Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of we'll do Kiss My Wax this time, right?
Yeah.
I guess Kiss My Wax.
Yeah.
I am one of your co-hosts, Jason Herndon, and with me, as always, is Joe Lalich and John Humphrey. What's up, guys?
What's
What's
up?
going on? What's going
Good to
on?
be back.
Good
We're
to be.
still the Men in Black. I almost said the Men in Black this week, but has it been a year since we've recorded?
Well, you know, for you, for sure. I think it's been since January since you've recorded anything with us. So
Good.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
well, you know, we got to give everybody a break. Yeah, this is so funny. You know, me and Pat joke about it all the time. I was talking to him today, my buddy Pat, and I was like, "Well, we're about to record our once a quarter episode. So,
Yeah.
are we even really a podcast anymore, or we just get together and talk every now and then and record it and stick it up on the internet, right?
Right.
Record it. Yeah.
A fly in the wall. It's three guys shoot the stuff.
Unbelievable. We should have.
Three color coordinated guys just
Let's-
hanging out
Oh,
talking
yeah.
records.
Hey, this is my truck stop KISS shirt. I was in a pilot. Do y'all have pilots where you're at?
I've heard of it.
I was in a pilot buying some drinks with the family, and my daughter Bella was like, "Oh my gosh, look, they got a KISS shirt," and I was like, they're like $9. Let's.
Yeah.
So me and Bella bought.
You're like, I need another one.
Yeah.
I
So
don't have enough.
And the good news
Always.
is it doesn't at all look like it was only $9.
hey,
I like it. It's cool.
yeah, I think it was all right.
Well, they got the black part right.
Yeah.
Black
So
is
anyway,
cool.
so yeah, we should have recorded all that stuff before we started recording. Now, you know.
Yeah, we've already had our
Yeah.
conversations.
Yeah, we've been here for an hour. We've talked about Rock and Roll Over. We've talked about Unmasked. We've talked
I'm
about
already exhausted.
that's right, the health of the pressing industry. So,
That's right.
but on this episode, I think we're going to take some. Joe's been calling it a deep dive into Rock and Roll Over. We'll see how deep, but we just Joe. I think Rock and Roll Over, Joe, is your favorite record to collect, right?
Yeah, certainly when I used to listen to KISS, it was one of the records. No, I'm kidding. It would be one of my favorite records out of the bunch. I mean, this, Lick It Up, Creatures of the Night. I mean, obviously the first three, you know, so that like there's a bunch that I like, but yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites. And I think kind of maybe consensus wise, it's one of the ones that comes up when people say, what's
Sure.
the best KISS record?
Right.
You know, that this one kind of bubbles up. So I guess it makes sense that it would be one of my favorites as well.
Yeah. So we're just gonna talk about different variants and all of that stuff, and maybe show a few interesting pieces. Basically, just show what's in our collections. We won't have everything. You know, if you're not watching, our buddy Mike Stone has a podcast. He started his own little thing where he's basically going through. Mike just collects U.S. variants, and he has probably the most extensive U.S. variant, collection around, one of them for sure. And he's basically going through and talking about every single one of them. I think there's, what did I say there was? 20.
I think you said, was
24,
24 different variants of Rock and Roll Over, 25, 26, somewhere in there, in US, and Mike has them all. So, you know,
I have a pretty sizable chunk of that. I think I said I have 19 or something like that.
Yeah, Joe's got about 19.
So I have a decent representation, but I certainly don't have it all. And, you know, there's no way on a show where you do show and tell where we can, you know, unless we have 3 or 4 other contributors or 2 other contributors, maybe, you know, show everything that exists, period.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
the second you say everything exists, there's going to be one that pops up somewhere that.
That's right.
Well,
So we're in no way trying to compete with Mike. Go watch his show. It's very informative. It's tons of minutia. We're going to show what we have, and then we're also going to touch on international stuff too as well. And I don't know, talk about Rock and Roll Over on vinyl.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
Sounds good. So, well, before we do that, shall we do this?
I'm gonna open it.
Oh, what's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
We need to have Nicholas change that to where it shows some kind of, I don't know, K-Tel record or something.
For the Kiss My Wax version. Yeah.
Yeah. Something
That's right. So, but so yeah, let's do what's in the box, and we'll show some new stuff. Who wants to go first? Don't all
Joe.
speak at once.
Joe, you got that?
You want me to go first?
Sure.
All right, so I have a couple things. So I found a Dress to Kill UK that had the not for sale sticker on it,
Ah, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot how to do this. Hang on a second. There we go.
There's that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had that. In that package came this, which was
Oh, wow.
some
Like a bio.
A bio sheet.
yeah, like a bio literature kind of sheet. And of course, our good friend J5, I'm like, hey, dude, do you have this? Have you seen this? And he goes, oh, yeah. Can you read the copy to me? Because I have some of them, but I want to see if this one's different. The one that you have is different.
Oh, did you do bedtime stories with J5?
We did. Yeah, we play records together. So, yeah. So, but it's interesting. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 different variations of the actual text.
Interesting.
You can see.
That's cool.
That's super
So,
cool.
Was that in the description kind of thing, or was that a total surprise for you? Like
It was one of the, you know what it was? It was, you can almost kind of see it here on the, it looked like for years either, yeah, I don't know. You can kind of see, maybe you can't, but there's a little bit of discoloration.
Right.
Where it almost seemed like it was sitting out on somebody's desk for years. Like it's exactly the,
Right.
so
interesting.
So I don't know what exactly happened, or if it was like that in the, in the actual record
jacket.
Yeah, the jacket. But it was in there, but it was kind of like poking out in the eBay listing. I was like, oh, that's weird. I've never seen that before. So I grabbed it, and that's what it was. So
That's super cool, man.
Yeah. So UK promo with at least one of the sheets of literature in it.
Very cool.
Excellent.
I also found this one on eBay, which I found interesting. You remember all those people all those years saying, oh, nothing outside of the U.S. ever came shrink wrapped. Well, here's a Panamanian dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. With some shrink on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the shrink wrap, and it has, some obviously telltale little bit of water.
The cover almost looks white, or the back does.
It is. I mean, it looks white to my eye, and it doesn't look like it's faded either, So, and there's the label on that guy.
Cool.
See that? And then I was at a record shop in New York, and I found Unmasked from Japan, and it had this weird little piece in it. And I think, Jason, I sent it to you, right? You and I talked about it. It was one of the.
Oh yeah, you and I talked about it.
Yeah, it's the promo piece where there's it's hard to explain. It almost looks like a bookmark. I don't have it with me now. You'll hear why in a minute. So it almost looks like a bookmark. It had Japanese writing on it, and there's a place where it sticks. So you would stick it on the wall, and it would almost fold back upon itself and almost act like a shelf dangler kind of thing and move the wind to get people's, or like in the breeze of the shop or whatever, the atmosphere of the shop, to kind of move and get people's attention, right?
Sure.
So it would actually stick on the wall. So I was in New York, found this record in New York with this piece in it. I was like, man, I've never seen this. So I grabbed it. Of course, I hit up J5. I'm like, have you ever seen it? He goes, oh, I don't have that. And he's like, obviously was interested. I'm like, no, I'm going to hold on to it. And Jason and you and I talked about it. So he came up with something. He's like, oh, do you have one of these?
Dum, 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 dum. I know what it is.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, wow.
And I'm like, well, I will certainly trade you that odd kind of shelf talker piece from Japan. But the plot thickens. I've got another one.
How?
So this one, it showed back up on Discogs as a Turkish record.
It is a Turkish record.
It is Turkish. It's not Iran.
That's correct.
It
Oh,
wasn't-
interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
So
Turkish.
explain this to me, because I've been wondering to myself, what's the deal with this? So do you know, like, how do we know it's not Iran? Because for years we all thought it was Iran, even as recently as maybe one of the last times, maybe even the last show we did.
Right, about the rarest pieces, right?
Mhm.
Right, about the rarest pieces.
Yeah. I can't 100% explain it. I just know that our friends like Aryan or Arjun, however you say his name, sorry, buddy, and but Perstrid and those guys, they know that they think that it's Turkish.
They think.
Well, I mean, I think it's listed. It may be listed in Discogs as Turkish as well, isn't it?
It's listed in Discogs as Turkish.
Yep. Just everywhere. I think everywhere we've seen it pop up, now it's being listed as Turkish. And
when did that sentiment change? Because obviously, as of the writing of the books, which is what, 7 years ago?
Been a long time, yeah.
Maybe 7 years ago, it was marked as an Iranian.
Right.
Right.
Who knows? I mean, maybe it was sold in Iran, a Turkish import or something like that. What is on it that shows? I mean, does it have any information on it at all, on the label or anything?
No.
It doesn't say anything.
No, stereo. It just has the tracks. I can hold it up, but there's nothing to indicate a country on it at all.
Okay. Yeah. I think it may have something to do with that T4 label. Hold on. Let's do some live research.
Wow.
Is it T4 Studios or is it?
I think it's just T4, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just T4.
I did some research on it, and I can't remember where I found it, but I thought I found that label was based out of.
Yeah, it's top 4 Turkish label, and if you click on it on Discogs, it takes you to some other artists.
That's it. That's the research that I did.
Right.
Yes, that label is a Turkish label.
Right. And
Yeah,
some
top
other-
4.
But does it mean that? I mean, we have printed.
I'm going to go to another album to see if the label looks the same here. Yeah, with the same label. There's this Kingdom of Madness Magnum, and it's the T4 top 4.
Yep,
is
that's
the
it.
label top 4.
Yep. So
interesting.
I just said 100% Turkish. The Iran thing, I don't know where that came from, but that of course, 7 to 10 years ago was what was widely thought.
Right.
7 to 10 years ago. You mean as of our last recording with the 3 of us?
No. I'm talking about in relation to the books.
Oh yeah. But
when it was going around, nobody was correcting that, saying this isn't Iranian. This is Turkish. Nobody was saying that. So
right.
I don't know when that came up. I stumbled upon it myself. I was looking at it for some reason. Maybe when we last spoke about it, I can't remember. When we did the last episode on those rare ones or something, I found that label and saw that it was Turkish based. And then
sure enough,
I know I saw.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
So there you go.
So
there's a bit of information.
There you go. Always learning something new, right?
That's right. That's why we do this, right? We don't claim to be know-it-alls, or at least I don't claim to be a know-it-all, and all we can do is learn.
Yeah. And then Joe, are there any variances in those two?
Mm-hmm.
Are they the same?
It doesn't look like it. No.
Okay.
No. And I'd be happy to get rid of one if anybody wants to trade me for anything. So
okay, yeah, I need one.
Yeah, I'll step out because I don't have anything that you need or want from me. So
No, you never have.
Let's talk turkey. No pun intended.
And then
Gunks.
last and I guess maybe least is Dressed to Kill Zimbabwe / Rhodesia.
Oh, wow.
So there's that, and there's the label.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Very cool
label there, right?
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah. So there you have it. That's what I have. That's it for me.
Awesome. Johnny, want to go next?
Yeah, I'm going to be anticlimactic. We should have had Joe go last, man. I'm going to be
We definitely.
I think Joe had the best stuff. I'm going to be really boring
because
you had me go first.
That's right.
I know.
I was just going to show some love to a new release.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
All right. So, I just wanted to show these off because I know that Joe doesn't collect these anniversary editions, that KISS Online is doing or anything. But I wanted to show these because Tom Germon is knocking it out of the park. I mean,
stuff, man.
There is no. I'm going to show the dynasties because let me just tell you, there is no better version of this cover ever of any release at any time. Period. Just not. And I had a conversation with him the other day. We were on the phone talking, and we were talking about recreating these jackets and all of that stuff. And he was talking about how his base is the 2014 scans and how that's 2014 technology, and it's scans of old jackets, and and the cleanup that was done back then wasn't done so well. And he's gone back in and really clean these up. The advent of AI helping out in a lot of this stuff.
Wow.
And these things just look incredible. So, the last episode that we did, we talked about it. I think Dynasty had just went on sale. I don't think this was us. This was a last Kollectibles episode we did, because in here, I think we were showing on the last episode this stuff. So yeah, there's like the picture disc and there's the colored vinyl. Yeah. So, Joe and I, when we did our records, he made suggestions. You made suggestions about doing these like spot foil, spot varnish and foil covers and all that stuff. And we did that with our Ace release, and we've done it with our Slaughter releases and all of that stuff. And Tom has really started doing that with all of these. So, so this is the colored vinyl version, right? And this is on it's a foil jacket. So all of this is silver, and you're probably not going to be able to see it, but there's treatments in the like Ace. Can you make that out? How that shines and around Paul's eyes. It's just it's really tough to tell, but it really in person looks
beautiful,
spectacular around their eyes and everything. It it just shines, and then of course it's foil, it's silver, not gray on the back and everything, and you've got a nice hype sticker on here that's also silver. And again, like we were talking about, this was printed in the Czech Republic,
right?
But it just looks the way that, if you can look at them closely, that just the text is, I don't know, it's just the way it's printed on there. It's surrounded by silver. It's so cool looking. But
what's nice about something like that from a design perspective is the fact that it almost feels like it's what the record always should have been.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you look at that and you look back at the other one, you're like, oh, it feels like you get kind of confused, because I don't want to call it a reimagining, but in a way it sort of is. Like
it is. Yeah.
It's taking it to another level with with not besmirching either the memory of the record or
right.
You're almost like augmenting it in a cool way to make it
same elements, right? Same cover art, but just taken to the next level.
Yeah. It's like, what can we do now that we couldn't do 10 years ago? And it's not that we couldn't print foil 10 years ago, but certainly, with some of the AI technology that we have now that can really sharpen up things that, you know, bring out like each hair follicle and each eyelash,
Right.
all that stuff just makes it so much cleaner and crisper. And I'm
Yeah.
sure coming through on camera as good as it looks in person.
Oh no, there's no way, you know, and that's Nicholas always complains about the 2014s, and especially when you get into like Unmasked and you know, some of those jackets being a little blurry, you know, and but you know, Tom has went in and just sharpened all of this up, and he said there were, when he was looking at the file, there were scratches that were still present and stuff that he fixed. One thing that they fixed was, if you look at your 2014, the Y in Dynasty on the 2014 actually comes down into the photo.
Okay.
And he fixed that here. If I had thought about it, I would have grabbed my 2014, but that's fixed on these. It's the first time that's been fixed in 10 years. It's interesting. The inside of the jacket is red. Pretty cool.
That is cool.
And
I didn't open mine, so I haven't seen
well,
this.
I just opened this before we started recording because I've got 4 over there. And
which, by the way, let me add to all to the crowd who always is like, oh, this is bullshit. They're not. This is a cash grab, and they're just whatever, this, that, and the other thing. It costs extra money to print that red on the inside. Everybody.
Oh yeah,
that's right. It absolutely does.
That becomes a 2-sided, at least one more color print. Yeah. And if it's CMYK on the inside, it's another 4-color print. So they got to run it through the press. They have to run it through the press twice.
That's
so,
right.
You know.
Yeah, a lot of care went into this.
Yep. So, go ahead, Joe.
No, I said yeah, for sure. It a lot of care did go into it, and I just want to let people know that an extra expense is being, you know,
that's right,
agreed upon by people who don't necessarily have to do that.
That's right. And so the inner sleeve on this thing, I mean, it feels, I don't know, it's bizarre. It feels,
is it thick? Like
it's
pretty
thick, and it almost, I don't know, it feels almost rubbery. I don't know. It's
just gonna say, Jason, I bet it feels rubbery, doesn't it? Yeah, it has some sort of a coating on it that's gonna actually almost make it feel a little rubbery or plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels plasticky, rubbery, but it is so cool, man. And it's so vibrant. And then the vinyl is just beautifully.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would have been doing this the whole time on all of this color vinyl anniversary reissue, you know, I mean, it's amazing. And so the last component of it is the poster, and they printed this damn thing on foil, and it looks incredible. The only thing is, when you fold foil, it's a little odd. I can't believe they didn't sell some separately rolled versions of this poster.
Okay.
Because this would be perfect to frame.
Yeah.
But they're all folded up, but they look stupid cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all mirrored, and you'd have to get it flattened out and all of that stuff. But of course, you can see how that is all Mylar-esque kind of stuff.
That's cool.
And
what's interesting about that is how that Mylar almost has that pearlescent kind of effect to it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost matches the effect of the inner sleeve, like the light of the, you know, like you get all those different lights on it, and it looks rainbowy. Yep. It's almost the same thing that's happening with the print on the inner sleeve.
Right. So that's the colored vinyl version. I'm going to show the picture disc, and then we'll move on to John. So then so there's the picture disc, the limited to 500 piece. And, you know, we didn't quite know what this was going to be. This was called a bag. Right. And it's, you know, it's reminiscent of the Japanese bags and stuff like that.
But it's Tower Records.
Right. The Tower Records kind of thing. You know, KISS Dynasty, New York, that sort of thing. But I'll pull this out in a second and show you what it really is. This came in a resealable sleeve. This is not sealed. And the hype sticker is on the resealable sleeve. And so we'll open this up. And you have to actually take care of this sleeve.
So what you're saying is our doppelgangers on the podcast 120 years from now will be arguing over whether those were ever sealed or not?
That's correct. That's correct. And so down in, so the record goes in here. This is plastic.
Yeah.
Hard plastic. And of course, the complaint was you can't use this as a bag.
Right.
It was never intended to be a bag. It's intended to look like a bag, but it's actually a slip cover.
Yeah.
That's what this is. And it's red on one side and yellow on the other, reverse imaging on the other, coloring and all, not reverse imaging, reverse coloring. But yeah,
Love
that is hard plastic. Super cool. It's so the record slides down in there and it's not sealed. And of course, in the back, they didn't put the poster inside of the record. They put it in, inside of the sleeve. But this is also treated, with the foil, but it's not, doesn't seem quite as glossy.
Right.
But this is a tip-on sleeve.
Yeah.
So like superior construction all the way around.
Yeah.
But you can just see now that my plastic, I don't have the cellophane on it. You can just see, it is so well done. And I wish the eyes could come across, because there's even silver in jeans.
Sure.
Makeup and stuff. So
super well done.
And it's red on the inside as well. And it does have the same inner sleeve. I don't think there was anything else in there. And then of course this is the picture disc version, so we'll pull that out and look. So you got this side.
Beautiful.
And this side. Just
awesome.
Dang it.
That's cool.
Tom Germán, my friend, my hat is off to you. And there's all kinds of other stuff coming on these new releases, and it'll be interesting to see, because we've been through the first album that has that rhinestone, and whatever you think about that, the debut having the rhinestones on it and stuff. I know Nicholas complained about it, and I'm sure Joe, as a designer, it's kind of odd looking to you, because what made the first logo, the debut logo, so unique was it was like, rhinestones that were photographed, and they're not in perfect, symmetric. But if you're doing these plastic rhinestones and they're all the same size and you're gluing them to a jacket, how do you replicate that? I mean, you would have to, every one of those would have to be hand cut, and they're not going to do that, so, but they're doing all these. What, Joe?
Jump in real quick on that.
Yeah, please.
Neither here nor there. I think it's awesome that they're making the attempt again.
Thanks.
It's a really cool thing that they don't have to do, because here's the bottom line. As much as people complain about these records when they either don't get them, they get them, they're damn it, whatever it is, these could just be on a different color. They could be the same old 2014 jackets with a new date on it. And I got news for everybody. They would be snapped up just as fast as these are being snapped up.
That's right.
It's so limited. So what's actually happening is this company is going out of their way, hiring a designer at an expense to go out and really rethink this stuff. And a ton of hours go into this.
That's right.
And the first thing people do is they jump online and they go, oh, this sucks. It doesn't look like the old. Well, maybe it doesn't look exactly like it, but you know what? It's something different. It's like a cool reimagining of a thing.
That's exactly what it is.
Maybe it's for you, or maybe it's not. They're making a cool attempt to give you a different piece that you've never seen before as a KISS fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What blows my mind is all of the people that bitch when they just put out, because that's how they started. 2014 jackets,
right?
With
color vinyl,
with colored vinyl and a fucking UPC sticker over the original UPC. That's what we started getting,
right?
And people were like, it's a cash grab. It's the same thing, just with colored vinyl, blah, blah, blah. And now they go out and put all of this effort into all of these new releases. And
with a guy who cares as much as any of the
That's
fans.
right.
Oh, yeah.
If they had an opportunity to do it, would love to do it.
That's right. That's right. So, we got Animal Eyes coming up. That's supposed to have some kind of furry cover.
Yeah.
We've got Hot in the Shade coming. That's supposed to be printed on some kind of sandy, grainy kind of jacket or something like that.
I'm excited.
Hotter Than Hell. I talked to him about Hotter Than Hell. I won't share that, but I know that he told me he rebuilt the Hotter Than Hell cover from the ground up.
Wow.
So it's going to be and they use the original Norman Seeth photo to recreate it. So it's going to be, I'm sure it'll be awesome, because if it's anything like this Dynasty, give me the next anniversary of, Rock and Roll Over and all those, and do something cool with those jackets, because I think it's neat as hell, and I'm going to buy every one of them.
Absolutely. So for the record, Tom, awesome.
Yes.
Kudos. The work is great. I have not complained at all.
Yeah. Nor
art. No way. I love the stuff. So. I just want it to get to me in the condition it's supposed to. Other than that, I love it. I love the art. No complaints.
That's right.
I love all.
I got lucky, John. I got 4, because I ordered, just to be safe, I ordered 2 from Kiss Online UK of just the colored vinyl, and I always order 2 from KOL US.
Yeah,
because you never know what's going to happen. And
right.
I got lucky, and all 4 of mine were, I would say, 99.9%. I did have, and I had kind of mentioned this just because I understand how our shipping works with labels and stuff like that. I had mentioned that I speculate that some of these jackets were damaged going to KOL, or from the pressing plant, or somewhere in that line, not from KOL to the
customer,
because there are a lot of them that have these kind of creases in them like that.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
That didn't happen. My shipping box was mint.
Okay.
Went in the box like that. And that's the only one I have that has any minor damage on it at all. And I think something happened, from the pressing plant to KOL. So
yeah. Well, I was fortunate. Everything showed up okay.
That's great.
No complaints.
I have a lot to say about all the people complaining about a 1/16 spine tick on their thing or what.
Yeah.
Now, if it comes damage, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, crushed. Yeah, yeah.
That's a separate issue. But my God, if that's what you people have to complain about,
right.
I wish I had your lives. Because
right.
I know.
It's crazy.
Well, the other side of that argument is, these are expensive records. They should take the, care and all of that stuff. I don't think this was for the most part. Now, I saw some of these because they're selling these in bundles, and I saw some of these picture discs and stuff that were shipped in a box, loose, with a shirt on top of it and buttons in there and stuff like that, and shit got smashed into it and a corner got dinged or something like that, because it's just sliding around the bottom of this oversized box. If you're gonna sell bundles, which I don't really have a problem with, if you're gonna sell bundles, make sure you put the record in a separate record jacket, and then put it in a larger box to put your t-shirt and stuff. That's not too much to ask.
No,
absolutely. Yeah, no. It does have to be packed
correctly.
But Jason, what I'm saying is, if it has a little crease like that, if there's a little corner ding or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that little hairline thing, whatever it is there. That does not bother me one bit.
Right. Just put it on your shelf and be happy that you can spend that kind of money on a KISS.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the one I opened. So
and those deluxe editions, I mean, they're not cheap, and
they're not.
Yeah.
So
and there are very few of them, and you would hope, of that 500, they would take great care, to do exactly what Jason said. I don't think it would be that hard to just take a mailer and pack the LP and put that in the box and the stuff on top.
That's exactly how they should be shipped. I mean,
if Amazon can do it, anybody can do it, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they do it
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, they have the overage built in. They don't care.
10% of the time, it works every time. Or
That's right. That's right.
It is.
Exactly.
All right, John, what do you have to show us? And then we'll move on to Rock and Roll Over.
I'll do it first, a transition kind of thing. I was at a record show in Carthage, Missouri recently. Ran into our friend Mike Stone.
Yep.
And talking about Tom's great work on the debut album and how to store that thing. And I was talking about, I've got bubble wrap tucked into either side of it on my LP rack. And he suggested,
I know what you're gonna. Yes,
a top loader.
Yes,
I got one of these.
So glad you said that, because
and these are great, and it fit right in there.
That's right, Tom.
And it's perfect, and it goes right on your shelf. It doesn't take up too much space, and it's perfect, man. Thick enough to protect the album next to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that works really well. So thanks, Mike, for that suggestion. The top loader. If you've got these and you're trying to figure out how to store it and you want it on your rack, the top loader works really well.
So I don't know if that came from Mike Stone or if that came from our other buddy Tom Daniels. Not Tom Daniels. Steve Allen.
Oh, okay.
So Steve, it might have come from Mike Stone, but Steve Allen sent me a package a couple of months ago, and he had put a Kisteria exclusive inside of one of those top loaders, and he had sent me like 3 top loaders.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, man, use those. You can put the debut record in it. And I was like, no kidding. And I stuck the debut record in there, and I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Absolutely perfect. So I'm so glad you mentioned that. So I don't know if it was Mike Stone's idea or Steve Allen's idea, but whoever's idea it was,
thank you.
It was genius. Absolutely, because that's how I have mine stored now. So.
Yeah, that's the way to go with that. It works really well. So I'm going to be not as exciting as you guys. Just a couple of things. So I rarely find really nice stuff, KISS stuff in the wild anymore. Local record store. Double platinum. This is a Terre Haute promo.
Oh,
which
nice.
The gold stamp is on the back with the hype sticker. I have another promo where the gold stamp's on the front. So I'm not a huge variation guy, but when you see this in a local record store, I figured I had to grab it. So
yeah, I would have done the same thing.
And
it's
the
great.
cover's
And it looks like it's
great.
really nice shape.
I mean, you just never find it like that anymore. It's just wild to find.
That's awesome, dude. Did you get a good price?
I did. Yeah. Great price.
Excellent.
Yeah. Not crazy. And
did they know it was a promo, or did the store know it was a promo?
Yes, they did, but they didn't price it like crazy.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
They had promo on it, but it was like $25 or something.
Oh God.
It was awesome.
That's a steal, dude.
Great local record store kind of deal. And then speaking of crazy enough, online Amoeba in LA had this the color vinyl KOL variant of this, right? Talking about the spot gloss.
Right.
Love this cover, right? So beautiful. Jason, like you're showing the stuff, I've not opened these, right? Mine, I have the picture disc, I have the color vinyl. What do? I don't open it. But finally I have a play copy. This was only $50. And I thought, I got to get it.
It's beautiful.
So there's that galaxy gray or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
But I love this compilation to have on LP. I play my 2000. I have a play copy 2014. I play all the time. I love, it's kind of like a different playlist. After you've had double platinum and killers for all these years, to have this on vinyl, to be able to listen to this, it's just fresh.
I hope they eventually do the very best of KISS on vinyl too.
That would be cool.
That would be so cool.
It's just like the vinyl playlist you don't normally get. And I just love listening to this thing. And it sounds great, man. That, those 2014 remasters still sound really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's it for me.
That's it for John. So, hey, Joe, I wanted to ask you before we move on to Rock and Roll Over, that store that you found that unmasked thing in, it wouldn't happen to be called Record Runner, would it?
It was not, but I have been to Record Runner also, and they have had some Japanese stuff there.
Yeah, I know. I know the guy that owns that store. He's a customer of mine, and he used to. He may still do it, but he used to go over to Japan all the time and clear out the stores and bring back stuff and sell it over here. So I was curious if that was him.
Yeah, no, that was one of my. It's in the West Village. It was when I lived in New York. It was one of my haunts. On lunch, I would go and stop in Bleecker Street Records and Record Runner. Yeah, and he's got this little. I don't know if you've ever seen the store. It is tiny. It's like basically a hallway that's just big enough to fit a person and bins on either side. And he buzzes you in when you knock on the door, and it's an interesting little place. But I haven't been there. I haven't been in that record store in a minute in the last couple of New York trips I've taken. So I'll have to go back in there and visit it.
Yeah, I've been there once, long time ago.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, let's dive into Rock and Roll Over, shall we?
Yeah. We can do that.
If I can get the Dynasty crap out of the way. put that back together.
So I think like we had talked about, guys, we had said that Mike Stone was doing such a huge level of minutia type show.
Yep.
Maybe we can just kind of crank through some of this US stuff and maybe do that. Here's what I can show first right off the hop is a sealed original copy.
Wow.
Sealed original.
Very nice.
Like, just in perfect.
Beautiful shape.
Yeah, perfect. Right?
Super nice. Did you get that from a guy that sold on eBay called Gore or something?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
So does that have the Corky credit or no?
That's important.
Yeah.
Then that is not a very first pressing.
It's a
That's
second.
not very first, but yeah. And so, Jason, you want to explain that to everybody so everybody knows what we're talking about if they're not up to speed?
Well, I think the first was at 500,000, John. I think the first 500,000.
I've never heard a number on it.
I never heard a number. Yeah.
I had whatever that the first. I had always heard the first 500,000 of them did not include the credit for Corky. How do you say his last name?
Stasiak or something like that. Yeah.
Corky Stasiak didn't have the credit for him.
I can show you. I don't know, John, if you have one sitting there right there that doesn't have it, but we will in a second. But there it is. If you're looking there.
Yeah.
Assistant Engineer Corky Stasiak. So that was added.
Yeah.
Very
early.
Without.
Hold on, John. Let me stick that back up there.
Yeah.
Hey, is that sealed?
No, it's just got shrink on it.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, it stops with engineered by Eddie Kramer. Then the Corky credit is added later on.
Yeah.
And so we could just quickly, for those again who don't know, sticker, order form.
Yeah,
that's right.
Came in these originally. There is the opposite side of the order form.
Yep.
Just the KISS questionnaire. And then the now famous, obviously.
Yeah.
Beautiful inner sleeve.
Yeah, logo design on the inner sleeve is really cool.
Yep.
This
so
is like a stock copy that I have banging around here. I don't even know. There's no label on it, so I don't even know what it is.
So should we, with that,
Oh, I could start a bunch of crap. I always do when I'm.
Yeah, we got to do that, buddy. We got to do that. So we have the EP. Well, since this.
Oh, that's good. I didn't have that one in my group, so that's good. Yeah.
So we've got one of the it's the second promo EP. This is the standard way this thing comes, black and white. Mine actually was in a radio station and actually has a date on it, 12/76, and I guess they were going to play those songs 3 times. I don't know, so yeah. And then, if you've watched our episodes before, we have the ultimate, and I know Mike Stone didn't show this one on his podcast.
Yeah, he did actually. Did you see? He came to visit me at the record show. He saw it in person and did a whole, to see it in person is incredible. No,
I know that. I was saying, but when he did Rock and Roll Over, he didn't show it because he doesn't own it.
Oh, in his episode, yes.
Yeah,
but he did a whole thing where he just came to visit me and to actually check this out in person.
That's right. To
kind of do his, it's pretty convincing.
Yep. So the infamous color version of the promo EP.
Yeah, which
we would, at least I'll speak for me. I would say it's 100% real. I kind of thought for a long time it was real. There were some things that kind of stuck out about it, but I think now that we've done, you talk about a forensic deep dive on any single record ever, period.
Right.
Maybe outside of some Beatles or Elvis stuff, maybe.
Yes.
And maybe some early Led Zeppelin stuff. That one has been under the microscope and torn apart literally by John Humphrey, which thank you again for doing that for the community.
Yeah.
And cool.
Yeah, go back and find our episode on it. It's pretty interesting. We tore that thing apart. We took pictures of stampings on the markings on the inside of the jackets and compared them to regular stock not the regular stock copies, but the copies of this, and
right.
It's just it's pretty fascinating, pretty convincing. By the way, how did you put that back together?
I did. I just spray adhesive and just put it back together.
And it looks good. You know.
Oh yeah, just fine. Yeah, nothing balled up. I cleaned it a little bit and before putting it together, so no
Wow.
gaps. I'm anal
Good.
that way. It looks
I mean,
good.
it looks fine, but I'd never buy it from him.
Yeah, I mean, you tore it up. So
That's right.
I'll give you $20.
Is that from the John Humphrey collection? Because that's a no-go for me.
Yeah, it's like buying a
that
flip
guy's
house.
an idiot.
Yeah, it's like buying a flip house, right? You know.
That guy.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see. What should we show our U.S. promos?
Yeah.
Sure.
So there's a few different versions of the promos out there, I guess. You know, we've got the double cut corner, which is what I have. Actually, it doesn't look double cut on the front, but it's if you look on the back of mine, it's double cut.
Yeah. So what we mean by double cut is it has the original diagonal cut from top to bottom, and then there's an extra notch in the middle, which is another promo. You know, something to let you know for sure that it's a promo. You can kind of see it on my copy here. It's also sort of notched in there.
Yeah.
On the cut. This one specifically. So there are 3 different versions of the US promo, to my knowledge. There's Roman numerals 1 and 2. There's number 1 and number 2, and there's A and B.
A and B. I have an A and B.
I have a 1 and 2, and so my marking on those is the BB hole. Right. Instead of the
which one did you say, John? You have the AB?
I have the Roman numeral 1 and 2.
Right.
Okay. So I have both of those that you guys have. I do not have the number 1 and the number 2. That one's really tough to find. And that's the Filmworks promo, right, Jason?
No. So there are 3 promos. There's actually 4 promos of this.
Right.
There are 3 from the beginning.
With this label.
That's right. So there's
are all those that's AB 1 and 2 and Roman numeral 1 and 2 with the original label?
Yeah.
Correct.
Which is what we're calling the camel label. Yeah.
That's right. So a double cut corner with 1 and 2, side 1 and 2, a double cut corner with A and B, and then a hole punch, what John has, that's Roman numeral 1 and 2.
Correct.
Okay. And then when we get later on down to the 77 reissue, there is a super rare Filmworks promo.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, there's a rare.
Yeah, so there's actually 4. There's 3 versions of the camel label one, and then there's and that is super tough to find. And I think Mike Stone there is an article in the Cream magazine, and I don't have it to throw up here. There's an article in Cream magazine in January 77, I think it is. A super popular KISS magazine, Cream magazine with KISS on the cover, and it has a giveaway inside of it, and I can't remember how many it said it was. I'm sure Mike has talked about it on his episode, but he's looking for that magazine right now.
Right.
But we're kind of surmising that because that was kind of a promotional giveaway or something like that, that maybe there's really no reason to do a promo a year later, after 6-8 months later after the record come out on a different label. It makes no sense. Why were those made?
Right.
Well, it's kind of speculating that it could be for that giveaway in that magazine. I don't know. Who knows if we'll ever know, but super rare, super hard to find. One just sold on eBay for what was it, John? It was 700 and something. You remember?
Yeah, $760.
$760, and I know a lot of the guys were going for it. John was going for it. Several
best.
guys in Kiss My Wax were going for it.
Yeah,
and it went for $760. That's a nice amount of money for a record. None of us have that, so
yeah, it shows you right now. I mean, it speaks to the staying power of still Kiss Collectibles.
Sure.
And what's happening to the prices on these things? They just continue to climb and climb and climb and climb, even though the band's not active anymore.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah, it's something that we've talked about, maybe doing an episode on, and as far as just collectibles proper and discussing this, where is this going? Does it keep going up? Does it go down? Do people get out? The collecting base is starting to get older.
Right.
Who's going to start selling off?
Yeah.
People are going to pass away. and are there enough people out there younger than us that care to pay big money for this stuff anymore? How long does this go?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a different conversation, but yeah,
Right.
it's an interesting topic for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, where do we go next? Let's do some of these first pressing common thingies.
Yeah, so here's a side 1 and 2 without Stasiak. Just a common, again, a common copy. I mean, I can show the label, but it's the same one as the others. Is it? Let's see.
So that's a side 1 and 2, no Corky or with Corky?
Without Corky. So probably one of the more common versions of this record, right?
Right.
With the camel label and.
So yeah, we're not going to get into that level of what Mike has done, but in this grouping here, we're going to have a whole lot of
So side 2 is all I was showing there, Jason. Just when we talk about Roman numeral 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and A and B and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different variations around that. That's
right. So you're going to have like 4 or 5 different versions without Corky on the cover. That's going to have you're going to have A and B, side 1 and 2, Roman numerals. We're going to have the logo above the spindle hole, below the spindle hole. There's all kinds of different configurations there of that record. What you got, Joe?
Here's side A. Just kind of showing you, same deal, side A instead of, and I would surmise that that's because of the plant that it's pressed at.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. And here's the Roman numeral with the logo below the spindle.
I soloed the wrong guy. Yeah. There we go. That's better.
Yeah. So that's the Roman numeral standard without the Corky credit on the back.
Right. And and probably plant numbers, as well too.
Yeah.
So that's everything there. Cool.
All right. Who has CRC versions?
I don't have a CRC. I have an RCA.
All right. Do you have any CRCs, Joe?
I don't believe so. No.
Good Lord, what kind of collectors are we? Embarrassing ourselves.
I haven't gotten into the CRCs.
Yeah, so
I've got a sealed CRC double platinum.
Okay.
And and then I have, what is it? The first album, RCA, with the the Love Gun label.
Right.
Which is kind of a harder one to find.
So with these, we've got, just to mention them, the CRC, I believe there's, I think, like 3 or 4 of them. They don't mention Corky on the cover, I don't believe. You got one that has CRC printed on the spine, and then you've got a couple more that have CRC stickers on them, and I think there's a couple of different stickers as well. And unfortunately, we don't have them, so we can't really show them. Again, go to Mike's episode. He shows every one of them. He has them. So, and then we move on to 77, which is that rare promo, Filmworks label promo, and then you have all the different versions with Corky on the cover on Filmworks labels.
Yeah.
Who has those to show? Or any of those to show?
I don't have Filmworks on this one.
There you go.
I'm really dropping. You got it? Yeah, there you go.
There's the label difference there, obviously.
Yep, there's a Filmworks label.
Called Filmworks because of the first one's called Camel because there's not all the film crew in here on the label.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so that has the logo above the spindle, and then I have one here that has the logo below the spindle.
Was the Filmworks Roman numeral only, or is there different?
No, there's
no. I think mine that I just showed, I think, was A and B.
Yeah.
A and B. Okay.
All the same. So you have
all
A
the
and
same.
1 and 2, and Roman numeral 1 and 2.
Yeah, I've got 1 and 2 here, and above the spindle hole.
Yeah. So there's all different configurations of those. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Hold on, let me look at the list here. Blah la da dee, la da dee. I don't see this on the list. I wonder if I have a Frankenstein. But that is a film. It's a FilmWorks. But it doesn't have Corky mentioned on the back of it.
And supposedly all the FilmWorks should have a Corky.
That's what I thought. Then I'm looking
There
here.
might be some transition.
I'm looking here at a list. FilmWorks. So all the camels. No Corky, no Corky, no Corky, no Corky, no Corky. And then FilmWorks. Yeah, Corky on rear cover on all of them. So
I have a FilmWorks with him on.
Yeah, so I have a FilmWorks, and Corky is not on the back. So I don't know if it's a
could be a transition
or if it's Frankenstein. I don't know why that would be. I mean,
right?
Frankenstein gets used a lot. Like people have two copies of Rock and Roll Over and they're swapping the records. I guess that could happen, but I don't think it happens as much as people think it happens. So
right.
it's pretty interesting.
I think around here we believe more in the transitional property where
right
they're running out of jackets.
Yep.
They have discs, or they're running out of discs and they have jackets, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. And there's going to be a transitional period because you're just not going to throw away stuff because
exactly. And I have a lot of other artists that we collect that there's evidence of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I always talk about it. The Blue Note jazz records are a perfect example of that because they went through so many variants of with the register mark, without this address, that address, and the jacket really didn't change a whole lot. So you see these kind of move in and out. The jacket will change a little. There might be an address at the bottom,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So but who had 8 copies of Kind of Blue? Or just pick a blue. That's not Blue Note, but pick a Blue Note title, whatever it might be. I just don't believe that people had multiple copies and were collecting like that.
No, not like we are now.
Yeah.
No,
there certainly were people who did that.
Sure, but
the transitional thing, I believe, is much more the common reality there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And then so there's also CRC versions with Corky on the jacket. With CRC on the spine and then the sticker and all of that stuff, which I don't think any of us have here. You have, John, you said you had an RCA, right?
I do.
Let's show that.
I do
as well.
The RCA, right? Everybody talks about this in the infamous blue.
Yep.
There's the whatever it is, printing error. People call it what you will, but it's what people call the teardrop cover with Paul with the tears underneath his eye there.
That's
right.
Here's mine,
and it's RCA Club, and it's done on a FilmWorks label. If I can get this reverse thing going here. Okay,
yeah.
I'm a little out of practice. Sorry.
Yeah. So are we. So.
Can you see that?
Oh yeah, we can see it.
Okay, and then the.
So
RCA Club pressing information at the top there.
Yeah, one thing that I want not to make the whole episode about Mike Stone, but I want to mention that I was talking to Mike and he took something, I think a little alcohol, and rubbed on this quote teardrop, and it rubbed right off.
Really?
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, Joe?
Damn,
I've got shrink on mine. I think I'll leave it.
Yeah, I'd leave it. I don't have shrink on mine, but I know he essentially rubbed it completely off.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, to the touch, you really can't feel that it's there.
Right.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, he talks about it in his episode, and I've got messages back and forth where he and I were discussing it, that he rubbed it right off with just a little, I don't know if he did a Q-tip or something, and a little alcohol, and it came off. He was just curious. Oh, I know what it was. Somebody, I don't know if it was Tom Daniels, Steve Allen, somebody had purchased an RCA, and I think it was missing.
Oh,
right.
And
right.
I think they did some investigation, and that's when he figured out that you could wipe it off.
Yeah.
So
because they thought they had maybe found a new
variant or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Again, Mike talks all about that in his episode, so go check that out. It's very interesting stuff. So, but so anyway,
just to upset Mike Stone, I'm going to say it's fake.
That's fake, Mike.
Fake.
Whatever he did was fake.
That's right. And then we move into like the 83, 84s.
Right.
Do you have an 83, 84, John?
I do.
Excellent.
I collect that series. I do like that very much.
Yeah.
It's cool. It has the Corky credit on the back. Mine has the barcode sticker.
Yeah.
There. This is really cool. So it's the inner sleeve, right?
Right.
Okay. We've got the 501.
And it's thick. It's thick cardstock.
It's a cardstock.
Yeah.
Cool. So unique.
That's super cool.
Very
Joe?
cool. I like
That's
that.
yours?
So same.
The label looks like that.
So there's the, whoops, sorry, the sticker there.
The UPC sticker.
And then the 501 is, it's there. Trust me.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's there. Trust me.
Yeah. I didn't rub it off with alcohol.
Yeah. 83, 84. So then we have like the 85. We call them the 85s, 85 to 90 or whatever it is.
Which I have here.
Yep. You got that, Joe?
Yeah.
And this one has a cool inner sleeve too, right?
Well, on mine anyway, it's just this. So I don't know.
Which one, Jason, has the Love Gun inner sleeve with a printed barcode?
I thought it was that.
I thought it was that Rock and Roll Over.
But again, isn't this one of those cases where it could be, ran out of sleeves? Like, who knows, right?
Well, what's cool about it, and I had one, sold it, it's the Love Gun inner sleeve, but it's got a Rock and Roll Over barcode printed on it.
That's correct.
So it goes with that record. It's interesting.
I had it at one point.
Yeah. So there's the barcode there, and mine did not have an original inner sleeve.
An inner sleeve, I think, is also that Love Gun one is a cardstock.
Interesting. Okay.
Kind of cool.
And this one feels this record itself just feels different to the touch.
Yeah, I can hear it.
It's a heavier cardboard kind of thing, and it just feels different when you have it in your hand. So.
Yeah.
Well, I sure thought I had that. And I sure don't.
I should have kept that one just because of that crazy inner sleeve.
I had it at one time in my life, but I sure do not have it anymore. Oh, I lied. It's right here.
There you go.
Lumpa-dum.
Yeah, see, and there's the barcode.
All right, so if I can get it out of this crappy sleeve. So this is the 85, and it's got a printed barcode on it.
Yep.
And a really shitty printed cover. It's got Corky on the back of it.
And yours feels heavier too, Jason? It feels like heavier cardboard.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, you can see it on the inside.
Almost like a chipboard, yeah. Like
that's
a
exactly
real
what it feels
cardboardy
like.
kind of thing, yeah.
But this, actually, it's not cardstock, John. At least mine's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
No,
okay.
It's paperish feeling. Of course, there's the label. But as John was saying, this came with the Love Gun, the original Love Gun inner sleeve, but it has that barcode. Come on.
Interesting. Yep.
With the Rock and Roll Over.
Yeah.
The MBLP 7037 on it.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
I should have kept
I
mine.
knew I had it. I just
Dang it.
But let's see. And then from there, I think we moved to 2014 Kisteria, right?
Right.
Yep.
Got one of those here.
Got that? Oh, look, John's got it ready. I don't have to
Hive.
dig mine out.
There. Here, let me take it out. It'll be easier. I'm being lazy tonight.
Yeah, we're all being lazy. Yeah.
So this one, yeah, it's got the Hive 2014. I added a sticker that didn't
That's
come
the
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the sorry about that. And
That's all right.
there's the back.
Yeah, and you talk about starting a stampede. Holy
Oh
moly.
yeah. Mine came that way. That's
Mine came with a foil sticker.
cool inner sleeve.
Yeah.
And they replicated that first camel label.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well done. And then we got, I think, the first.
And the Euro version of that one, yeah.
Oh yeah, but we're going to do US, and then we'll go back through those.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah. We haven't shown any international yet. So.
Anyway, there's the Euro version of the 2014.
That's
version.
actually the German version.
German, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not the Euro. That's
Yeah,
the
sorry.
German.
Yeah, German. Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, but and then after that,
Did you open yours, Joe? It's the censored logo on the inner sleeve. I've never opened mine.
all the German
Censored.
releases is censored everywhere.
So cool.
Not like they did in 1980 when they originally come out in
Right.
Germany. It was
Right.
just the covers.
Right.
But all the logos
Everything.
everywhere. Even in
Yeah.
the little print, went like on a Live 2 when it had the credits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They even went in and censored that. Such attention to detail.
Opening it up
So
live. Opening
Are
it up
you?
live.
Nice.
Live. Yeah, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
What does it mean, play us out? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have here. Is John Humphrey right or is he wrong?
He's right.
Is he right or is he wrong?
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And here is and then even. There you go. There it is.
Yeah, and the logo.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look
Cool,
at the
right?
look at the text on the back, Joe. Is there any logos on the jacket? No, the album jacket.
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, is there any logos on there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
KISS fan mail.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's done. Yeah. Every little place that the original logo was, they replaced with a German logo.
I love that.
Super
Yeah.
attention to detail.
Yeah, it's nice.
So to get back to the U.S. before we jump into international, because
Right.
I don't know why Joe screwed us
Too late.
up. So then we've got, I think, the first anniversary edition colored vinyl. Right, that's it.
Yeah.
John. So we
Right.
got
The stickers came with the bundle. That's what it's supposed to be.
that's right. And there was also a T-shirt that had that same silver.
Right.
Yeah, super
Right.
cool. I have it over
Right.
here.
And I think a button, which I
Yep.
have the bundle all somewhere. This one came with this.
yeah, that
edition
limited edition
sticker.
colored vinyl sticker, and
But,
that's when they were
orange.
going orange with everything.
Yeah.
And I actually have that one as well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And you guys look, it has this on it, and I didn't even send it back.
Oh no!
I also didn't run to Facebook to tell everybody that I had one. So yeah, there you go.
My copy's ruined.
That's
Send
right.
all hate mail to.
That's right.
That's right. Please send me the hate mail.
And then we have the KOL picture disc. You got that?
Right.
John?
Which not opened.
Oh,
I've got one.
I had
But like I did, John's gonna open it live. Go ahead.
I have two. I'm gonna open one.
I'll fake it. Here's the turntable mat I got.
Look at how thin. Look at how thin the vinyl is.
I have a misprint.
That's-
There's
you have a
nothing on the B side.
That's
It's
the
12
that's
it's
the rare
12
flex. That's the rare flexi disc version.
It is, man.
It's
Audio
12
file
grams.
quality.
Bullshit.
12 grams. So I ended up with a bunch of these because
Wow.
This is when they first started doing the picture discs, and they
Yeah.
weren't limited them to 500. So with
Oh,
this
that's right.
and the
Yeah.
weird version of the Elder, so the Elder was bizarre because they did a 500 that was a picture disc,
Yeah.
and then instead of doing the standard version that was colored vinyl, they did another picture disc, which was
Right.
weird.
Right.
But this Rock and Roll Over 45th anniversary, this one wasn't limited to 500, and so I was able to get this through. They had extra stock left over that KOL didn't sell, and they ended up Universal sending them to distro and stores and stuff, and I was able to buy a couple there. Same with the colored vinyl. But
Nice.
So for all you people who are upset at people who got multiple copies,
oh yeah, I had like
Yeah.
10 of them.
send all the emails to Jason Herndon.
That's right. I had like 10 of them. I've sold them. I'm down to 2, but I'm going to open one because why not? Why not?
And I have to say, as always, this album art is perfect for this treatment. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just made
Absolutely.
for this.
So just like with the Elder, what came inside of this is the sticker and a lenticular.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ooh, well, it's not very lenticular-esque. Well, you can see it good here. I don't think you can see it on camera. Can you see? Hey, there's Gene's
I
tongue.
see the tongue.
So Gene's tongue, and you can see how it sort of is 3D there.
Yeah, it's
with
kind of the depth. Oh, there we go.
yeah, you get some depth there. Yeah, it's
There
cool.
we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So that's pretty cool. And then the inner sleeve looks great. And then the perfect picture disc artwork.
Yeah, yeah.
And so unlike the Dutch version, which I have over there, I didn't grab it,
I
but
have
the
that.
Dutch version, it's not. I think the Dutch version is this on both sides, is it not?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
They put this on the backside.
Yeah,
So,
Which,
it's kind of like Joe's.
so
let me
Yeah.
interject.
we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So I think that covers, all of the U.S. Again, we didn't
Right.
show all of the minutia. We talked about it. We don't own all of the minutia. Go see Mike Stone's episodes. He owns all the minutia. So since we just showed that, Joe, let's talk about that. This is U.S.
Yeah. So
Let's talk about this. This is
why-
something that Mike Stone didn't have.
yeah, it's widely believed that this is a prototype.
Yep.
From an executive at RCA who was just basically had access to a plant and was just fooling around with, and he did it for many artists. You can go online, you can find out about this guy. I think his son, John Humphrey, I think you said at one point you reached out to somebody
Yeah.
to see what KISS stuff they had. There were some, I think the confetti inner sleeve on Alive 2, they had that version. There were a couple of other, I think, picture discs. So basically what this exec did was he just kind of took some artwork and just played with what would it look like as a picture disc.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of, I mean, I don't want to say one of a kind because I think maybe there's a couple of others out there that people have kind of piped in since I showed this. But very, very limited version of this that was just, again, would go in the prototype category and not in like a for production kind of thing.
That's right. There was Rock and Roll Over, and I believe there was an Alive 2 as well, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The Alive 2 with one side had the fans with the confetti coming down on one side of it.
Right.
I don't recall the others. Do you, John, right offhand?
No, and it was confetti on one side, and then the logo Rock and Roll Over inner sleeve on the other, right?
I believe, yes, I believe so. But but the way that the PDF was sort of set up, it didn't exactly spell out what it was. And I think, John, maybe you reached out to him to see either what it was, did they have any stock left, any of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So
right.
There's still some conjecture about what exactly was created, wasn't created, that sort of thing.
That's right. And I think the bulk of those were like Elvis Presley ones, right?
Right.
There's several Elvis ones, and there's a whole thing about the Elvis.
Yeah, and being an
collection.
RCA artist, obviously, he had a lot of Elvis.
That's right. So and Joe, before we started recording, Joe actually looked in his runout groove, and it does have a matrix number, which is, if anybody wants to write it down, R1550990A, and then it says A3 a little bit later. So whatever that match is.
Have you ever played it, Joe?
Yeah, remember, I think before one of the
Yeah.
shows that I played, because I think you said that oftentimes on those Elvis ones, because when I brought it up, you were like, yeah, it's completely different music. They just pressed something into it just to see how it would look and how it would work.
Right.
This one actually has Rock and Roll Over on it. So
Awesome. Okay.
I don't know any of the matrices right offhand for Rock and Roll Over. I don't know if that's going to match anything, but it actually indeed was Rock and Roll Over when I played it. So
cool. Yeah. It was...
Oh, Lord.
Well, you know, but it doesn't have an MBLP.
It does not have an MBLP. No, it does not.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Well, and just
So
in case anyone is knowing, breaking news, Friday Music is reissuing Trouble Walking on vinyl. And they did such a bang up job on the first two Fraley's comics.
Right.
Just even more stuff even popped up today. Eric Carr's name is misspelled on the writing credits of one of the songs. It's Eric Corr, Corr.
Right.
I think
wow.
There's Post and Wax where, I mean, they're
now,
terrible.
Now, to be fair, I would, that can be a human error thing. What's not human error is putting the kind of effort in that we've already talked about with Tom, right? He's going that extra mile. And honestly, with today's technology, if you know anything about it, it's not all that difficult to really make some few minor tweaks and you can get the stuff looking pretty good. I think, Jason, I even sent you some stuff that you posted up on Facebook that were not even from a scan from the record, but they were a blown up JPEG, I think, even from Amazon or something, or just something that I grabbed.
No, I took a picture and sent it to you, and you on an iPhone picture. Yeah. Yes, and you did it from the iPhone picture and made it look better than.
But the first one, But the first one that I sent you, I think I did it.
Oh, I see.
I just sent it to you, and I think it was like just a JPEG that I grabbed offline.
Gotcha.
You can make them look pretty good now, especially when you blow them up 6 or 7 times their size, and then when you shrink them back down, you're gonna lose some fidelity, but they're also gonna sharpen up, as they get smaller. You're gonna lose some detail, but
right.
So anyway,
and they're obviously redoing all the copy, right? And then not proofreading it. Obviously.
Well, I mean, it's
crazy,
which is surprising to me because the quality is so bad. You would have to actually go in and Photoshop that out to screw it up.
Yeah, right. And then, and to reprint all the, credits and information.
So are we sure it wasn't spelled on the initial version?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure, but I would be willing to bet it's not misspelled like that. So so here it is. Eric Corr, Corr. I think Scarlet is misspelled, Richie Scarlet, but they also got
Hide Your Hurt.
Yeah, Scarlet is misspelled.
Ride Your Harley.
They put Russ Bollard instead of Russ Ballard.
Wow,
well, their A wasn't working that
Their
day. All the A was doing was spitting out O's. What is happening?
Banging.
Oh, Spraley. What is happening? Yeah.
So, a keyboard broken, man.
Russ Bollard, Eric Corr, O. Spraley. It's outrageous.
It's crazy.
Look at all the production cuts around here. They're not even giving me an A to work with.
we can't afford A's anymore.
That's right.
I'm making cutbacks.
So
any letter you want except for A's. So everybody has to choose record titles.
Pick your favorite vowel and run with it.
I'll take an R, S, T, L, and E.
That's right. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune.
A. Yeah, no A's. Sorry.
No A's.
God.
Sorry, no A's.
Damn it.
George Navarro just sent me in a message. Friday Music posted about 20 minutes ago. Hide Your Heart. Oh, sorry. Ace Frehley, Trouble Walking on Solar Flare and Oxblood Swirl vinyl, as well as.
I love these names.
Yeah.
Axblood Swirl.
Hide Your Heart, Solar Flare. Oh, no.
It looks just like Dynasty. It's weird, but it's Ox. We've got a new name for it.
That's right. Axblood.
Red and black.
A's and O's just transpose themselves magically. What is happening?
That's right. So anyway, that's coming for you to look forward to.
Okay.
All right, let's show some international stuff.
Okay. In any particular order?
Nah,
or-
screw it. Did you have
So-
an order?
Actually, mine are in order because I went to my bin country-wise and started with the A's
Let's do it.
and started pulling them. So, John,
Alright.
I don't know if you want to jump in when ready. I have Argentina. Do you have anything from Argentina, John?
Hang on here.
Or is that Argentina?
Argentina.
Right.
All right, I have
Okay.
some Argentina.
Argentina. Okay. I can crack this bad boy out first. So as a lot of times, you know, you'll see these covers are extremely flimsy. Right.
Flimsy. All right, what do you got there?
So
Nice.
Argentina from
Is that-
77. There's the back.
Does that have a camel label on it?
Old. Yes, it does.
Yep. That makes sense.
There's the back of that guy. So obviously the white border and the odd kind of more yellow border here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can quickly show the label. Probably won't go through this with all of them because there's a bunch, but
A not so deep dive into rock and roll over.
that's right. Like a dipping the toe in the water dive.
Yeah.
These guys consider themselves experts.
I guarantee you that's what's being said. Yep.
Yeah.
Anything anybody considers me an expert in is in trouble.
Yeah. So there's your camel label.
So there's the camel label on that guy.
Nice.
And it's just this one at least came in a clear plastic sleeve when I received it. So not to say that that's necessarily what it was, but there it is.
Very cool.
All right.
Argentina, who's next?
Then
Anybody
I
else?
have the 1980 Argentina.
I do too.
Yeah, which
Do you not
I
have this, Joe?
love the alternate.
I do. I have 2 copies of this.
Okay.
So there's supposed to be. Hold on.
Different labels, right?
Different labels. Yeah, like a heavier text.
Yeah, it's like a bold text.
Yeah. So here's the. I'm not going to take
Mine
it out.
looks like
So there's this one.
All right, hang on. Let's see.
Supposed to be the bold text.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what
I
I
think
have.
that's what I have.
That's what I have. So what's the other one look like, Joe?
And then here's the other one. There's
Oh yeah.
Okay.
the much lighter text.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Is that a variant, or is that, I know we have it listed as a variant, but is that a variant, or is that the ink was running out?
I mean, just because I have it, I'm going to consider it a variant.
Of course.
It counts.
Why
If
not?
Humphrey had it, I'd be like, nah, that's nothing.
Yeah,
Ignore
that's nothing, Humphrey. What the hell is that junk?
it. I don't know if you guys showed it, but here's the back.
Oh, I didn't show the back. Yeah, that's good. Let's show
Yeah,
that.
awesome.
Back cover.
Yeah, one of the more interesting, if you were that's kind of how I started collecting international stuff, is finding it, as different covers as I possibly could. And of
Yeah, I
course,
love
a lot of
that.
that South American stuff is like that. So
Yeah, I did exactly the same thing. It was really cool.
cool to see
Más
that.
caliente. All right, my next is Brazil. Anybody Brazil?
Everybody just skipped Australia.
I'm sorry. I'm
already.
having to check Discogs to find out, since we're going in a different order. Like, do I have
What order did you have, John?
I just I have North America. You guys are fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're fine. It'll work. It'll work.
Okay.
So nobody has any Australia.
I do
You
not
have
have any
Do you have
Australia.
any Australia, John?
Let me look.
I see. Oh, so you have everything up on Discogs?
Yeah,
Just
just
beautiful.
yeah. No, I don't have Australia.
No Australia. Wow. Terrible collectors.
I am.
If you have Australia, post it below where you are viewing this right now.
I've talked about this before. I sort of got out of the variant game. I dove in pretty heavily on a couple of records on Lick It Up, Creatures, and Rock and Roll Over, like I said, and I was going pretty heavily at those variants. And it got to the point where it wasn't moving me anymore. And I was also collecting like some of the rarer, hard to find pieces at the same time.
Right.
I kind of shifted and I know I've said this before. I had kind of shifted my, sort of collecting habits toward the extremely hard to find rare stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of moved away from the variants. Not because it's not cool. I guess it's it's a lot more needle in a haystack, you know, and it's just not as fun. Like when something is, and it's not even a money thing, it's just a rarity thing. When you can kind of go out and just get a lot of this stuff for like $28 or $42 or whatever it is, it just is less, it's less of a hunt, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I'm always checking for that extremely rare stuff, like the unmasked splatter or the green, you know, any of that. It's like that stuff that we were talking about earlier. Like that's the stuff that really captivates me now. It's a lot less motivating to go to eBay and just go, oh, I want another UK version and an Australian version that just might have a different logo here or there. It just doesn't move me the way that it did, you know, back when I was doing this originally. So
Right.
It's interesting. It's interesting because, you know, I would probably be, if money wasn't an object, I would probably be. Yeah, I'd be trying to check every box in those books.
Sure.
You know? Like John is, like 5 is, you know. But no, I get it.
The other thing I think that dawned on me was it seemed for me in my pocketbook, it seemed sort of insurmountable.
It is.
I mean, less of a money thing maybe, but more of even a drive to try and find all of it. I just didn't care enough to want to check all those boxes. So it's sort of my drive for that sort of declined. So I just was like, But, you know, it gets to a point, I do this with all my collecting. You know, I've said it before, you take that 1/16 inch spine or whatever it is, you know, you get it, it's on the porch and you're like, oh yeah. And then you put it in the thing and you never look at it again. And
right.
Like, what am I, you know, I would rather collect another record that I love rather than, you know, and here I am saying that with like 50 45 or whatever it is, rock and roll over, plus a whole stack of them, plus a sealed one, you know, but I just have sort of moved into some other records and other things that, you know, that really move me differently, I guess. You know,
it's interesting, you know, thinking about that, because when you were talking about that, I was just thinking about, you know, some of the rare pieces that I have.
Jason was like, what have I done?
Right. That's exactly right.
His whole collecting world just came crashing in upon him as I was talking.
I was just thinking about, you know, how excited I was when I got the Best of KISS from Japan.
Yeah.
And I just looked at it and reveled over it. And I was like, I can't believe I have this in my hand.
Yeah.
And I literally stuck it on the shelf, and I've taken it out one time since then.
You haven't thought about it since?
Haven't thought about it since.
And that's what, a $6,000 to $8,000 record?
Yep.
Yeah. But it is a great feeling to know, like, I have that.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
And it comes up in conversation and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
I guess, like, Jason, to your point, it's, you know, it's when it shows up and I'm calling you or I'm whatever, and we're talking about, here it comes and you got it and you send the but then it's like, it just sort of goes into the vapor, and it looks just like all the rest of these records.
It sure does. That's exactly what they look like.
And I think if you collect long enough, your collecting habits evolve. They just change.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Because I've been doing some record shows with the time off before this album, the new Seether album is being released now. And I went back through my collection and just, you know, I'm not listening to this, I'm not listening to that, I'm not really chasing those anymore, different artists and stuff. And your habits just change with time. Yeah,
I saw you were, you know, a couple of pictures. You had a significant amount of records that you were taking to the record show and selling.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, just things have changed, and like Joe says, maybe there are some rare, pricier things I'm trying to find now, and I think you do this long enough, your tastes and your habits change.
Right. I also go through fits and starts too, where I'll be like, oh, I'm really heavily interested in this aspect of it, or this aspect of it, or oh, I want to get the Australian, like whatever it is.
Yes.
I want to finish Japan, or, you know, for me, I also collect comic books, so I can waver out of this and into comic books, and then I'll come back into records, but it'll be, oh, I want that really rare, whatever it is, Prince record, or, you know, whatever, whatever it is, just because it kind of gets stuck in my collector's psyche. Yeah. And then I get that, and then someday I'll look at that and go, I don't really care about that Prince record. But for some reason, it gets stuck in there when I'm on Discogs. I'm like, oh, that guy has that record, and then now it's in my want list, and it's like eating at me, you know. So I very much go in cycles like that.
Yeah, me too.
It's not all KISS, Jason.
Oh, I know it's not. It's like psychology.
It is, yeah.
You know, it's, you know, do we actually, is this really actually a problem
Yes, absolutely. But what I also have found out is there's not enough collectibles, comics, records to fill the gaping void that is my soul.
Or my bank account.
No. No matter how many records I get, I still feel empty and hollow, Jason.
I still hate myself.
I'm
and
married.
life.
I'm married for 27 years, have 2 beautiful children, but there's this.
Yeah, there's this hole, that void that can't be filled. Look at these records.
This sucking chest wound that I have. That
I
some
took
people
all
call
of
a
Discogs
soul.
and stuck it in there, and it's still.
The bottomless pit that is my soul. Yeah. So, back to rock and roll over.
Yeah, back to Brazil, Joe. You were on
Brazil. Were you showing Brazil?
So how much did that cost me, Doctor? How much was that hour?
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you got?
So Brazil.
Oh, the censored logo.
Yep, censored logo there. Here's the Siri Azul.
Yeah.
They call it.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
And
Siri.
I don't know what Azul
Siri's
means,
listening.
but hey, Siri, yeah, no, bad idea. Yeah, let's stop that. So anyway,
They're
there's
listening.
There's that. I don't think this one has an inner sleeve. It didn't have an inner sleeve with it, so I just had.
Do you have any Brazil, John?
Not Brazil.
All right. Well, that reminded me, Joe.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yep. Excellent.
Yeah. So we'll show this because it does have rock and roll over in the box, and this is a collection that came out around the Creatures tour. And you got some odd things here going on with this box set where you've got a censored logo at the top, and you've got a censored logo on Rock and Roll Over, and a censored logo on Destroyer and Dress to Kill, but not on Killers and not on Creatures and not on Unmasked. Explain that.
It's censored-ish.
Yeah, censored-ish. So anyway, I think this was probably a clearinghouse way for the label to dump a bunch of records.
Yeah.
Put it in a box and
man, and it's hard to find that box in good shape.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got everything in it. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's an insert and it's like a pamphlet or like a little brochure.
There's a little pamphlet here that has all the albums and the credits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll have the shrimp scampi.
And now this I think came. Yeah. I think this came in more than just this box. I think this can be found in other records too.
Right.
But
right.
And then this actually I have some kind of little polygram
certificate of quality.
Yeah. And but yeah, so this is the Siri Azul records too. Killers is on top here. Where is the Rock and Roll Over? It's just a box of records in these plastic sleeves, and here's the Rock and Roll Over.
I have that as well, and the box that I have is so nice. I'm actually suspicious that it's real.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. Like I think the box, but it's odd. I don't know how somebody would get that paper off of the box. It's very strange. But yeah, I have a feeling mine was fake.
Yeah, unfortunately,
but mine did also have the pamphlet, and I think it had that certificate in it too. So it's weird. I don't know.
This is the second copy of this that I had, and my first one, the spine was really messed up, and that's what usually happens on these. And I bought this from a guy because of a picture like this, and I thought it was in really nice shape, and come to find out this thing is actually taped together with electrical tape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can really see it on the inside here. That's electrical tape. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is what it is. I probably should have kept my other one, because it wasn't taped, but it was torn up. But
did your other one have all the inserts as well?
It was complete as well.
Jason, can I see the spine on yours, please?
Of course you can.
Is it taped? Does it look? See.
Is that better?
It is. Does it go full top to bottom?
The tape?
Yeah.
No, this is electrical tape.
But But is yours printed on the box?
Is what printed on the box?
Sorry, is the spine? Let me show you mine.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, Joe, there is something there. Show me that again. Show me that again.
Is that like a strip stuck on the box? Or?
Yes.
There is something to that. Look at mine. Don't pay attention to the electrical tape on the top.
Yeah.
But do you see that right there?
See where it stops.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Weird, right?
Yours seems more complete than mine, but see that? So I think that's the way they're made.
Can I see the inside? Can you
Sure.
open yours up?
Sure.
Not that we need to prove that Joe's Brazilian box set is real or not.
Now remember, on this side here, this is electrical tape, but the other side.
Okay,
is not.
so yeah, maybe I don't know. So look at, and let me show you.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in on that there.
Lose your records.
I was just kind of looking at the spine there.
So we can see the whole.
I mean,
oh, yours is different than mine. Mine has this kind of reinforced. Hold on. Go back to me, god dang it. Mine has this reinforcement of black on the inside.
Yeah, and I thought that's what you were talking about with the electrical tape. Now,
Nope.
how does the top lip see? Look at how my box. Look at how the box kind of is like that on the.
No.
his is on the outside, right?
Mine is on the outside.
Yeah.
I don't know, Joe. Both
Oh,
of mine, were like this.
Yeah, I'm very suspect. That's why I was suspect. This kind of looked taped on to me.
That looks suspect to me, Joe.
But I had never seen one before when I got this, so I just assumed.
And it also looks to me thicker. Oh, you should probably compare them because yours looks a little thicker than Jason's.
Joe, I don't think that's real, buddy.
I don't either. If I had to guess, Mike Stone will come on and tell me it's real.
Mike doesn't collect international.
I understand.
Yeah. But I don't think that's real. I like I said, I had two of these, and both of mine were constructed exactly the same, exactly like this.
You know, it's funny. I bought this and just went, "Oh, that's like," and it was years ago, years and years and years ago. And then just like recently, I looked at it again. And I'm like, I bet that's fake.
But the what am I trying to say? The cover or the paste on whatever.
Yeah, let's look at that.
It looks like it was transplanted, right?
Yeah, I wonder if they because this is my. If you look, Joe,
the slick, I guess.
If you look on mine, that is a slick of some kind, like John is saying. That is a whole separate piece that could possibly be removed and added to a fixed box.
Yeah,
you know,
somebody, right?
Because these spines, my last one was torn completely apart.
Yeah,
you know. And they're not constructed very well. So I wonder if someone removed this slick, made a new box, and re-adhered it.
And got creative. Interesting.
I wonder how you would remove this and keep this intact.
Good question.
But anyway, let's move on. I just wanted to,
That's cool.
Fascinating.
Since you brought it up, it's super fascinating to me that I have a fake.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And I paid up for it. It's awesome.
Well, the other thing is, maybe it's not fake. Maybe it's just a different construction. I don't know. But why would they have two different constructions of a box?
Well, and the other thing I would say too is look how beat up this is.
Yeah.
Relative to the top of the box. Like there's no.
It's dead mint.
You know what I mean? There's so yeah.
Yeah. I think you have an authentic contents and authentic front cover there on a fixed box.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. So interesting. Sorry, Joe.
That's all right. It happened.
All right. Where are we going next? Who has Canada?
I do.
I
have one.
do as well.
You've been showing a lot. Let's let John show.
It's my turn too.
It's John's turn. What do we got here? Which Canadian
sticker?
version
Okay,
is this?
so this is Filmworks.
Is it
label.
Quality Records or is it
It's a
Polydor?
quality. Yes, it's a Quality Records press. Let me.
Yeah.
I've got the inner sleeve covering my back cover so I can see it.
So there were a couple of different quality versions, and there was
so it has the quality
excellent
wording there
somewhere.
God damn.
There it is.
Yep, you can see the Q there.
Yeah, I can see the Q of the quality. Now, do you have the sticker?
I do.
And it's not segmented, right?
It is right. It's a solid
It
sticker.
should be a one-piece sticker.
One piece
Yeah,
sticker.
and that is notoriously tough to find.
It is.
Yeah.
In fact, I bought two. Found the sticker in a banged up copy, and then found another cover in vinyl to put.
Excellent.
With it.
See that is enough of a variant for me to care.
Yeah.
To find it with the a non-segmented sticker.
Yeah, I mean, this is if I were to sell a collection and not care about the variants, this would be one that I want to hold on to because,
right,
but like the Argentinian blood splatter cover with the bold and that stuff doesn't move me anymore. Like it
right.
What we mean, if you don't know, is that each of these pieces of the sticker were segmented. So
in the U.S. version,
in the U.S.
version. And the Canadian version is one flat sticker without the cutting. They didn't die cut in so that you could remove the sticker pieces.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Does anybody have like a Polydor Canadian or Polygram Canadian or anything, or is that the only Canadian?
I just have the first press Canadian. Yeah.
Got it.
I have another one here. I don't know what else. I don't know what it is. This might have been one that I purchased before I found one with the sticker. Yeah, it's the same as John's, the Quality Records Press Camel. Yep.
Oh, so you have two with a.
I do, but I don't have the sticker with the second.
Oh, I see.
So I probably got the one without the sticker first, and then
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody have chili?
No chili for me.
No chili.
Let's see.
John's looking.
I'm looking.
We've got him all discombobulated.
I don't think I do. I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't.
How is your collection segmented in Discogs?
I'm just going by country, and I'm just clicking. Everything is, whatever copy I have, I have checked the box. I put a, brief description. I don't have Chile.
No Chile. Colombia.
I have two Colombia.
Yeah, that's right. I'm still on the hunt for those.
Well, let's do it, Joe. Let's show some Colombia.
So, both of these are tough.
Yeah.
So here's Colombia.
So that's the black and white jacket, right? On the back.
Black and white back.
Yeah, black and white back.
And there's that.
That is so cool. So cool, man.
Yeah.
So an interesting one. Very uncoated, almost feels homemade kind of a thing.
Yep.
There's the label real quick on that.
It's a Filmworks label.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right. There's that one.
I want this other one you're going to show. I have a love gun with this label.
Yes. And here is the second Columbia with a really, like John already said, a very cool, different label. So here is that guy. Looks similar.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, was the other one a white back?
The cover was black and white. Black.
Yeah, I know they're black and white, but to me
they're the same.
They're the same. Okay.
This one might be a little bit darker. So
I see.
What you're responding to, but yeah, they're essentially the same. I'd have to look at them side by side.
Got it.
If each piece is the same, but here is the label on that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Love that.
It looks like a white label promo first album.
Yeah.
Super cool.
So yeah, pretty cool on that one.
Neat.
What else do I have here? What's next?
Well, that's you got Ecuador.
I do.
I do. Yeah.
John, you want to show it? You have it at the ready?
Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm a mess.
So they're apparently ooh, there's an Ecuadorian version with a Dynasty label. Who has that?
God dang it.
Honestly, it's been so long since I've looked at mine. I don't even know what I have here. Let me see.
Yeah.
So both those Ecuadors are listed as very tough to find.
Yeah, even when you're looking for them in the floor.
Even when you're looking for them on the floor. Sorry, the two Columbia that we just showed. I do not. Mine is not Dynasty. Mine's a 77 Camel.
Here's a 77 Camel. Okay. Yep. Oh, look at that cover.
So kind of green.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap. Look
Yeah.
at that, man.
I love that. That's cool.
Kind of cool. This one is taped with orange.
Yeah, who cares? Look how flimsy that is.
Very flimsy, obviously.
Yeah.
There's it's kind of like a purpley, kind of a weird.
I gotta find that now. That is so cool.
And then there is the label on that guy.
Is that a yellowish looking label?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, I mean it's whiter yellow, definitely a creamier kind of thing for sure.
John, did you say you had an Ecuador?
I thought I did. I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
sorry.
That's a cool cover, man. That's a cool cover. All right. Anybody have El Salvador? There's one version of it.
No El Salvador here. No.
That's tough to find.
I thought. Yes, I have El Salvador.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Awesome. Good.
And okay, that's the one. Okay, that's the one I thought was Ecuador.
Okay.
Bear
Well,
with
yours
me.
I think yours are harder to find. So. Actually, that Ecuador with the Dynasty label is pretty tough.
I just had it. Just had it.
I just had the damn thing. Look at all those records behind John. I see Destroyer.
Much to keep up with.
Sorry, which one are you looking at now?
Venezuela, Canada. Sorry.
He is looking for El Salvador.
El Salvador. Okay, here we go.
Excelente.
Mine actually, again, like Joe said, for those that don't believe shrink, foreign copies.
There you go.
Another copy was shrink.
So John did what I did and added shrink to it.
That's
I
right.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein.
That's what you do.
Cool label.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at the logo on it. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. That's a tough one to find. Came out in 79.
79.
All right. So now we jump over to France. Who has France?
I have a French copy here.
Okay.
So you'll see, Jason, you have French?
I don't think I do. I am severely lacking. I just have a few South American and German, and that's about it. So
What I hear you saying is you're not a real collector.
I'm not. I've got. I have 20 something copies of
Trouble walking.
Of Trouble Walking.
Yeah.
of Rock and Roll Over, and they're almost all U.S. So
Right. With Eric Core.
Eric Core.
Yeah. So there's France, just like you'd expect. But then, it's a couple of minor, some differences. Obviously, the text is kind of a different color.
Yep, it's like a hot pink.
Yep, and then you have this
Vogue
inner sleeve.
Yeah.
And there's the label there.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, do either of you have any of the ones with the iron-ons?
I do not.
No.
Not Rock and Roll Over, huh?
I don't. Only one
So
I have is
So
Destroyer.
for those who didn't know, came with the Destroyer iron-on. All
of them.
How many of them were there? Were there four,
Five or six,
records
five or I think.
and then something
Five,
like
I think.
that.
Any of y'all have the red label French versions?
And I don't have that either.
Oh God, we're terrible.
I know.
We needed to have another person on. Where in the hell is five?
I told you. Dipping the toe in the water. This is. John's at his house watching this show right now, going, "Boo! You guys suck. I have all that stuff."
Yeah, well,
I know.
yeah, Five. If you get this far in the damn episode, Five calls me and says, "Hey, let's record an episode before I go back on the road." And I was like, "That's great. Let's do it. Let's set it up." No, I can't do it any of those days.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Next is for me is Germany. Jason, do you have anything in between?
no, Germany is what's next. Yeah.
I only have one copy from Germany. John Humphrey, do you have anything from Germany?
I had a 1980, but I sold that series. I no longer have it.
So I have, and that's the 80 through 85, right, John Humphrey? Is that correct? That whole series, was it 80 through 85 was the printing series?
Yes. Yeah.
So you can see it. You have it too, Jason?
Yep, I have it too.
Yep. And show the label real quick on that. On Gamma. Yep. So there you go on those.
Where was that?
What's next?
Hold on just a second. I wanted to look at something. Where was that? Okay. Well, this is interesting. We were talking about how well and we already showed the 2014 German and how they went in and did the altered logo.
Yep.
And when you looked at your text on the back of Rock and Roll Over, it had where the regular logo would be. It would have
the fan mail logo was tiny.
Yeah.
And
so here's the fan mail on this one.
Can't
Or is
really.
it altered?
They did alter it
They did. Interesting.
and just put regular S's.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
They kind of just typeset it. Yeah.
I won't. So,
Hmm.
I don't know if you can make it out, but
Yeah.
I was just curious to see that. But we already showed the 2014 German. Joe showed it earlier. So, what other versions? So there's also Bellophone versions that have the regular logo.
Logos.
Does anyone have any of those?
No.
No. Again, it was a series that I just didn't. I never got after.
Yeah. So when they were originally released back in 76, 77, that time period, they had the regular logos. It wasn't until 80 that they changed all the logos over to censored logos. So those are interesting to chase.
And I do. It's interesting. It's like I ran across a set of the first German press solo albums with the regular logos.
Mhm. Yep.
Or Best of the Solos, the first German with the regular logo. So when I find them, I do get them,
Mhm.
but I'm not actively completing the
That's right.
series.
I the same. I have some of those with the German with the regular logos. I just don't have.
I have a live. I have I think I have Destroyer.
Yeah.
I might even have. This might be ironically, for as many of these as I had, this might be the only one I don't have with the S, the plain S's, kind of like stripped in.
Yeah.
I'm assuming no one has Grease.
I have Grease.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Grease is the word.
I'm hearing.
That's the wrong Grease, isn't it?
Still enjoyable, but wrong. So there's that guy,
Excellent.
as you might expect. But
Wow.
Black and
cool
white.
back cover.
Another black and white.
Yep. And then an excellent label here on this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Minos. That is so
That's
cool.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Any of
very
these
cool.
things, like this is really interesting and cool to me.
I agree.
When we find stuff like that, that's, it's not just another, either a FilmWorks or, one of the more common that just has extra stuff on it. It's things like that these are kind of interesting to me.
I totally agree. That's super neat. What Hong Kong?
I don't have any Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Oh, look at this. John
Nice.
Humphrey
Gold.
pulling out the big guns.
Yep.
Very cool. It's kind of neat. The text is all in white on the back
That's cool.
Cool.
Instead of red.
instead of red. The label there.
It looks like a US copy.
Yes. Yeah.
What's on the
Very
the-
bottom there.
Mhm.
Actually, it's a made in US. It says made in US, but it's a weird combination.
did yours have a sticker in it?
No. Was it supposed to come with one?
Supposedly this comes with a non-segmented sticker with
Wow.
US markings on it.
Wow. No, I didn't. It has the inner. No
It has-
sticker.
That's the inner. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat, John. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's probably the latest version of Rock and Roll Over, the latest edition
That you got. That you got.
that I've gotten. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And about how long ago would you say that was?
This
You have any
one, probably in February,
Oh, okay.
March of this year. Yeah.
So this year, yeah, not too long ago. That's cool.
Yep. So I think Israel's next. Anyone have Israel?
I do.
That's unbelievable. You guys, that's great, guys.
John, you have that or no?
Not Israel. No. I'm over here buying a copy of Greece.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Or you're buying a copy of Ecuador. No, sorry. I say Ecuador. I think I meant El Salvador.
You bought one?
I'm looking. Hold on. El Salvador. Yes, it's in my cart as we speak. So
Yeah.
here's Israel.
Look, that has vibrant,
Oh,
interesting colors too.
same-
The ace with the yellow. That's
Yep. And then super cool.
Oh wow, no
and
text.
no text.
It does. It's like black on black somehow.
Oh, that's
Oh wow.
excellent designing decision.
It's all in Braille.
That's what I was just about to say, John. They should have fucking printed it in Braille.
There.
Holy shit.
You see that there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
that's
Cool.
fascinating.
So John looked that one up quick.
Let's see the label.
Yeah, so it's kind of a regular FilmWorks.
I don't care. Got to show it. Yeah, that's kind of a regular FilmWorks.
Nice.
All right. Does
What's
anybody have an Italian?
I do.
Yes.
Oh, both of you.
And
Now, there are
it's
a couple
actually, I
different-
guess, would be a second. Go ahead, Joe. What do you got?
Yeah, there's a couple different versions.
There's a
for
couple different presses. So
Mhm.
So I have one that is claimed to be a promo white,
Okay,
which is there's the label.
that's on that durium. Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
that's I guarantee you, that's that durium label, right?
Yep. And let me see if there's anything different or interesting about the. No, the back just kind of. I mean, it just all kind of looks pretty standard.
Pretty normal.
So yeah,
That's cool, man.
but with that promo durian label.
That's super cool. All right, John, what do you got?
So this is the 1980 repress.
Oh yeah.
This is still sealed. And
Wow, it's great. They didn't come sealed though.
no,
Yeah.
No.
it's a fake.
It's the sarcasm.
So it's got the OB.
Successor.
The Successo, right? Yeah.
Yeah, with
Oh, that's great.
you see
Yeah,
the
that
corner fold there.
super cool.
So under the
Yeah.
shrinks, kind of a cool, unique polygram.
That's neat.
So yeah,
So yeah, that's neat. All right. Oh boy, Japan.
yeah.
Yeah, then Japan just gets ridiculous, right? There's a whole stack of those, of which I only have 3,
I have a promo here.
All right, let's do it.
as do I.
White label promo here.
With the extended OB.
Yeah, extended OB,
Jason,
the
you want to
sticker and poster.
Do I want to what?
explain the extended OB?
No. Do you want to explain it?
No,
I can.
Yeah.
It's just about
It's
the sticker and poster that was at
Right,
that
the added
is
bit.
enclosed, right? It's mentioning right, which it is a segmented sticker.
Yep.
Jason, if you want to cut back for a second.
Now I'm cutting back.
I won't completely unfold it. Yeah, the gate fold.
The gatefold, which is super cool.
Yep.
Just one of the cool reasons to have this release. And then, John, you're going to do the honors there.
Yeah.
De Posta.
Man, this is the reason I love these.
Yep.
So cool. And they bring a premium when they have the poster in them.
Of course.
And the Japanese stuff kudos, man. This stuff is always in such nice condition.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always so nice.
So we got a lyric booklet.
Yeah, so there's
Yep.
insert there.
Yep.
So again, the reason this one would have moved me was for the promo, the promo aspect, and obviously having the poster.
Right.
Now, does anyone have the version with the thin blue obi?
I do.
Okay.
I do not.
Which is supposedly an obi that mentions the inclusion of the hit song "Hard Luck Woman," right?
That is what I've been told and
Yeah.
always read,
So
and that's super cool.
That's the blue.
Yeah, let me
there.
blow you up a little bit. There's the blue.
Blue
So,
obi.
um,
Same gatefold cover.
but that doesn't have any of the inserts in it, right?
Right. Right. Yeah, just a regular. Let's see what the label looks like.
And it should be a camel label.
Yep, camel.
So I think both of those are camel labels. Then there's
I have this one too, Jason. I just have the regular with the extra bit and the obi here, which I think is the version that I just showed. I mean, it doesn't have the same obi, but it's got. Take a look. So here's the difference between them, right? So it's got that extra obi bit on it.
Right.
right, but now one of these should be different. The one you're holding up at the top should have a FilmWorks label.
Let me see.
Unless it was originally.
And that one's promo white.
Oh, that's your promo. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the promo white. And I honestly don't recall what the extra obi.
So that smaller obi, Joe, came with the white promo and with the extras.
Okay, so when it had the extras, it had the stuff in it. So when it had the blue, it didn't have the stuff.
Right.
Okay, so this one is indeed complete. So
Okay.
that would make sense.
Okay.
But oops, hold on.
I guess what's interesting is that your promo has this just a regular obi. Doesn't mention the
It should have
the
promo should have the extended obi, Joe, is what we're
because
what
it
we're
has the premiums added, right? Mine has the sticker and poster.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously the promo copy of it did not come with the extra.
Yes, it did.
No, I'm
Well-
saying mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
yours did.
yeah.
Okay.
Jason, relax.
Sorry.
Relax. Let me
Relax.
It's
distract you
fake,
from
man.
my-
But
Yeah.
but then we get to 77, and there should be just a red regular obi that has a
Right.
FilmWorks label inside of it.
Correct.
Does anybody have that?
I
No.
don't. No.
Let me check here.
I stopped at the first press.
Let me look. Okay, yeah. So here I do have it.
Oh
Here it
yes,
is,
yeah.
And then it has a FilmWorks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and that doesn't have any inserts in it. Smash my foot. That doesn't have any inserts in it. And then we move to Polystar, the yellow.
The yellow obi.
Which I do not have.
I do have that. You don't have it, John?
I don't.
All right.
I don't have that series.
None of them?
No.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't have the whole series, but I have a few of them.
That's cool.
And that came with a FilmWorks label, and this had this Casablanca Fair.
Promo
Yeah,
booklet or
let me pull it out. And no inserts in this, but it does have this Casablanca Fair
yeah.
thing, and I think there's a Casablanca Fair promo thing release as well, right?
Right.
I don't know. So anyway, this one did also come with a lyric in it. That's really the only insert in it that we have.
That inserts advertising that.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah. And then there's also a Polystar. There's a white label promo of the Polystar too.
Yeah.
Good luck finding those.
Those are hard to find.
Those are hard to find. And then, anybody have crazy collections?
Crazy Click.
Ah, Joe has crazy collection. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, got that one. So there's with the with this obi on the side there.
Yeah.
How
How do you feel about pulling that out? Because that obi is different. Doesn't it insert inside the whole record?
Yeah, I can take it out. Yeah.
Yes, that's a neat one, because a lot of people that don't have them in their collections just thinks that's a little strip.
Right.
You know, but it actually goes all the way in the jacket.
Carefully.
Delicately.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's actually a
Yeah, 2-pager.
Advertises the whole thing, the whole series and all of that stuff. Yeah. That's excellent. I'd love to have that whole series.
It's tough. It's expensive.
Tough and expensive. That's it. Tough and expensive. And there's also a promo of that as well.
Even tougher.
Exceedingly tough to find.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then then we have this Mammy Jammy.
Yep. Wait for it, Humphrey. Wait for it.
Do you dare me?
Yes.
Do you dare me?
Don't jump the gun.
Yeah, let me do the common. Let me do the common man first. So this was released in '94, and it's a Japanese box set, and it's called The Originals, and it's badassery.
It is a really cool looking set.
Yeah,
got all of
beautiful
this
set.
cool stuff in it, stickers and that, and I'm gonna pull my headphones out. And this has up through Dynasty. Super thick jackets on these things.
Yes.
They did
Is it-
reproduce.
the gatefold. Yeah.
They did reproduce the gatefold. And then what's wonderful about all of these is they're all colored vinyl.
Yeah.
Weird, funky labels, but they're all colored vinyl. And so this is the common version. And then there is a super, super rare version.
I'll be right back.
But, all right, we got a vamp.
No vamping. I'm just going to ignore you until he comes back.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, he's back. Thank God.
This is the part where I get to show off after Joe's incredible
That's
collection of all the rock and roll overs.
Look
This is
at
the
that,
red
folks.
version.
Yeah, after I showed my fake Brazil box.
Is that fake, John?
Yeah. Same guy made it, I think.
That's right. So John is showing there the red version of the black version that I just showed.
Right.
Damn, this thing is heavy. And what do we think? 250 copies of those?
That's what I've heard. 250 copies.
250 copies. Damn
It'll be
near
slightly
impossible.
different with this red strip there.
Yeah. Damn near impossible to find. Except we just found one, and it's in John Humphrey's house.
And Joe, I paid up for that one too.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Oh,
did.
I took my headphones out.
So, you know, some of those things, I talk about it all the time. When they come up, you just, you have to decide to just get after it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just like, will you see it again? Will you see it in 5 years? Will you see it in 10 years?
Right.
Like, who knows? So at that point, it's like, if I may never see this again, period.
Right.
So let me ask your opinion on something. Whew, that's heavy. So I had the opportunity to trade for a rare piece in my collection, and the two things that were offered to me were the Best of KISS Japan and that red box set.
Right.
Obviously, I chose the Best of KISS of Japan. What would y'all have chosen?
Best of KISS.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
yeah.
I made the right decision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just because
absolutely. Yeah.
I feel like the red box is more modern, maybe a little less appeal. Still cool, still rare,
Yeah.
still a great piece.
Yeah.
I just feel like anything vintage is always going to have more of an appeal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Original
especially-
era.
Yeah, and especially how hard that thing is to find, and what we believe its origin is of it being a male.
Well, but what's funny about that is when we have 5 on the show, all 4 of us have the Best of KISS Japan.
Who else has it?
Do what?
Who else?
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have a Best of Kiss Japan?
I don't.
You do, don't you, Joe?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
not part of the club.
Sorry, I thought you did. I was thinking that we all four had one, and then I was going to say, and Humphrey is the only one that has the red box. You know?
Yeah, no, I don't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's indicative, though. I mean, we've seen the red box come up. It doesn't come up all that often. I mean, I think it's an exceedingly rare piece. I don't think it's a rare thing, or a rarity issue. I think it's more of an issue of, is it more of the era? I think the earlier and cooler you can get, the more
I understand.
The more people want it. I think.
Yeah, I just my reasoning was totally monetary. Was that I don't think I would have ever, because I made a trade. I wasn't out any money. It would be. I think that I would be able to locate and be able to purchase monetarily a red box before I would a Best of Kiss Japan.
Yeah, you made the right choice. If I were given those two, I would have picked Best of Kiss.
Okay, all right, good.
Absolutely.
Makes me feel better. So,
want to trade?
Not to downplay the rarity or the cool.
Would you trade that? Would you make that trade?
Probably.
Oh wow.
Probably.
Because I also thought that there was some sentimental, if I remember the story right, isn't there some sentimental?
Yes,
value?
It's a Father's Day gift from my family.
Father's Day gift. That's right.
True.
I remembered that.
That's true.
So, yeah, I don't know.
This collecting business is cutthroat, though, John. I don't know, man. Sorry, kids. I like it.
Talk about that gaping hole before, right?
A gaping hole where my kids used to be.
It can never be filled. Oh, no.
That's hilarious.
I'm truly blessed. I am.
All right, who has Mexico?
Yes. Let's see.
No Mexico for me.
Hold on. So I don't have the blue Gamma label. I have the reissue. Let's see. I'm referring to Discogs again.
What is this? Oh yes, I have an interesting Mexico version from '84.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got that somewhere. Yeah.
You have the book?
Oh, there's a book?
Yeah.
There's a damn book?
Now
I've got to go find a damn book. No, I don't have a book.
No, you don't, Jason. Stand down. It's all right. It's okay.
All right. So there's the label on it.
That's cool. I love that.
Not only Kiss is in the book,
So I assume this was a series.
Yes. That's right.
And so there was probably a book advertising the other ones that were part of that series. Is that it's kind of the same case with the Brazil thing?
Yeah. There's some articles. It's not just advertising. It's like a music magazine.
Oh, interesting.
And bunch of just different artists: Bob Marley, Sex Pistols, Queen.
But it just so happens that Kiss is on the cover of it.
It's just the cover of and the same.
That is cool, dude. I've never seen that. I never knew that existed.
Yeah.
Number 11, I guess, in the series, maybe.
Wow. That's super cool. So anyway, here's the back cover. And, and for all of you looking, this is definitely Rock and Roll Over if you look at the track listing right there.
And the costumes.
And the costumes clearly, with Elder Creatures costumes there and Dynasty costumes there. And Rock and Roll Over songs. So
cool. What's next?
Okay, so now is this Mexico?
That is.
It has the same back. What is it?
I think that one is Mexico, isn't it?
I think that is Mexico, and I think there's something special about that.
So it has the similar back.
Is that a counterfeit?
No, it's not. If I remember correctly, it
doesn't look like one.
It has something to do with maybe a contest or a drawing of a jacket or something like that.
I want to say I've seen another artist with different art.
Correct.
Like a series again.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Something anniversary. But is this Mexico?
I think it is. Hold on. Look it up on Discogs, Joe.
Yep.
La-da-dee.
I do promo.
I think it has something to do with. I think there was. I've heard a story about it before,
Right.
and I don't recall what it is.
I was looking at.
Right now, there are much
It
bigger.
it has the same catalog number as the 84 that we were showing. So it's the same record, just a different cover.
Right.
Yeah, and all it says on Discogs is that yes, indeed, it is the same record. Country North America, including Mexico, 1984 reissue stereo. That's it. There's no.
What
there's
country
no-
did you find it under? Mexico?
Yeah.
It says North America, including Mexico.
Okay.
But it says different cover re-release 1984. That's all the notes.
Oh, I see it. It's got its own little listing here. Gotcha. Interesting.
Now, somebody says below from 2023, looks like those fake homemade Mexico radio sleeves.
I know it does look like that.
This is way before those.
Way before that.
I got this like
Sure.
18, 17 years ago. I mean, I've had this a long time.
I'm nearly certain there was.
Well, maybe 12 years ago. Anyway.
Yeah.
That there was something to do with the story about. I'm for some reason remembering in my head that there was a contest about drawing a cover or something like that, and that was the one that got selected.
Right.
I could be making that up, but that's what I thought I remembered about.
It definitely looks like, hand drawn art, right?
Yeah.
But the rest of it is all official looking anyway.
Right.
Mention in the comments below if you know exactly for sure what that is.
Yeah. Somebody is.
Yep, I had forgotten that one, John. Good.
Arjun, Prostrid, somebody's.
Gonna know.
You morons! You don't know anything.
Why'd you have this John Humphrey guy on the show?
No,
He's
it's not you.
clueless.
Yeah. All right. Anybody have Netherlands?
No.
No.
Not odd. No Netherlands. How about New Zealand with a dynasty label?
No.
No, I wish.
Oh, yeah. Norway?
Nope.
Trying to see from here.
Johnson. Is there any way to search in your list?
Oh, I know what I should have shown. Well, we haven't gotten there yet. We're okay. We're okay.
All right. Yeah. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
So no one thinks they have Norway, Philippines.
Yes, I have Philippines.
Excellent. Joe, no?
I have Peru.
Oh, we'll get there.
This is
Peru
crazy. I
comes
found
before
this.
Philippines.
Found this in a local record store. Just how does that happen? So
That's crazy.
Cover.
Local record store.
yeah, right.
Oh, speak.
Pink,
Okay.
sort of pink.
Yeah, pinkish.
Lettering. Okay, kind of a cool label here. Film works, but I love the kind of unique.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
That's
that's
cool.
Philippines.
And Joe, I see what you're saying. Peru comes before Philippines, but it didn't in the book. Were you responsible for
Eric Core.
Oh, no.
that? All right, Peru.
I don't have it.
Oh, I thought you said you had Peru.
I'm kidding.
I don't have it.
After all that. So there it is.
Oh, it's got yellow. That's cool.
Man, I love those covers. I need to get one of those countries with the cool yellow border.
Yeah.
And then this is interesting, yeah?
Oh,
What the hell?
It's like the type is
right.
blown out there.
And the Saab thing is
Yep.
can't even see rock and roll over wording.
Yep. You can kind of see it there. You see it showing up
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
That's
That's
interesting.
cool.
And there's the other side there. Yeah. So there's that. And here's the label.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Neato. All right, Russia. Anybody have a Russia counterfeit?
I used to. I sold it.
Sold it.
I did. I thought it was not worthy. Right? Is it the weird, like, red label, their faces?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Who has...
Yeah, I don't recall what it was, but I remember it. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
kind of floating around for a while there.
Mm-hmm. Anybody have any Spain?
No.
No.
I don't have anything now until South Korea.
Yeah,
South
Africa.
Korea.
South Africa's first. Anybody have South Africa?
Nope.
I don't.
Yeah, we got to get Olav Kin and Arjun and
Yeah.
Valentine Epic on here or whatever to do one of these.
It's just, to have all this stuff is asking a lot of any, and I mean, there are not going to be many people who have all these.
No, I know that. I'm just saying we needed to have one of them with us. So they
for
could
sure.
Fill in the gaps.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I think between probably 2 or 3 of us, we could probably piece it all together.
yeah,
I would think.
I think even if five had been on here with us, we would have filled in a lot of holes too.
Absolutely.
What's
All right,
that?
South
So this is-
Africa.
So, okay, South Africa.
I mean South Korea.
Yeah, South Korea is cool, right? Because some songs are missing.
That's right.
Yeah, it's the 7 songs edited version, right?
Yeah. 8 songs, I think.
Is it 8?
I think it's 7.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right. 7. You're right.
7. And yours is a regular FilmWorks version, right? No, there's also a promo sticker on one with a promo sticker on the jacket.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I have some of these in promo. I don't think this one's a promo.
Okay.
No, this one's not a promo.
Jason, do we know what that promo sticker looks like?
I don't know.
John, can you show yours again?
What's that?
Can you show yours again?
The label?
Yeah, just all of it. Yeah.
Label comes in the center sleeve.
Yeah.
Has a insert.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, mine does not have an insert.
That's cool.
And then the sort of altered track listing
Yeah, on the
on
back.
back. So I want you take me, calling Dr. Love, love and leave Mr. Speed, see you in dreams. So no making love.
So then mine came in this bag.
Let's see it.
Hold, please. With this
So
sticker.
no making love.
Oh, that's interesting. You see that, John?
Oh wow, yeah.
So I
I've
don't know
not
if
seen that before.
I don't know if that's a retail thing, but I mean it fits.
Is that a bag that it's in?
It is, yeah. And it's like a heavier bag. It doesn't really feel like a sleeve necessarily. It
I
feels
bet
like-
that's a retail thing,
Yeah, it definitely could be. For
but
sure.
super cool regardless.
And then it has this interesting.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yours is a little different than mine.
Yeah,
Isn't
yours is different than
mine.
gramophone.
You have a polygram on yours. Made in Korea on this side.
Nothing I'm seeing.
And then a
Oh yeah,
polygram.
that's very different.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
Very different.
What year do you think yours came from, John? Is there any notation? Do you think?
There is a Sim gramophone.
This one looks to be 81.
Yeah, 81 is when it's supposed to be.
Okay. There's 3 variants here. Edited 81, and then the promo. So
Yeah. That's interesting.
yeah.
That it's those different inner sleeves should be the same. Y'all should have the same release, but it's
I
different.
actually have the promo coming up here.
Oh, cool.
You have the promo?
Yeah.
Oh, then why'd you ask me if I knew what the sticker looked like?
Because I wasn't looking down to see what was next in my list. I don't remember what I have, Jason.
Yeah, that's what I'm having to check.
So there's
Yeah.
Yeah, sample record. That's it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Very cool.
That's excellent, dude.
And this one does have the insert with it. And the different stuff here.
Yeah,
And the pink writing, obviously.
Yeah.
that's very nice, man.
And then that label also has a promo sticker on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, anytime I see any of those bubble up, I certainly grab those because
Right.
that's some tough stuff there.
Yeah. I think I have an Elder promo, and I think
South Korean?
South Korea.
Oh, that's great. So then we also from South Korea we have all those counterfeits with the weird colored jackets, the missing. Anybody have any of those?
I do not have any of those.
I don't.
They're super cool. They're
You think?
I think they're awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, it's one of those things where I just think it's an interesting, like it's an oddity.
Yes, it is a definite oddity. Yes, very.
Like if anybody hasn't seen it, it's like one of the plates in the printing will be pink or blue or green or like they're very odd and different looking.
Right.
And I think I've shown this before. This is a different album, of course. So I'm not talking about what we collect. Wasn't actively seeking it. Again, in a local record store. Was this right? Did I show this before?
I can't remember. Look at that.
Yeah, I think you showed this. Yeah, maybe a couple of shows.
Yeah, with this white label. So I mean, the story was it was in a display cabinet. And I thought it was a U.S. copy that was just badly sun faded. Kind of funny stuff. So I'm not really looking for those, but when you do, they're very cool.
Oh, yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. All right, anybody have Sweden?
No.
Taiwan?
No.
Excellent. Turkey?
Yes.
Mr. Counterfeit.
I'm up.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. Oh, it's purple.
It's got a weird purple around
or
it. Or
fuchsia or whatever, That's the back?
Yeah.
That's the back.
That's excellent.
Super cool. And then the famed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Max label.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that label before. That's neat, man.
Yeah, it's a cool one. It's again, fun oddity to have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turkey. We got UK, England up next.
Yes.
I have one copy.
We got John.
So I have a pie. Rock and roll over.
Oh yeah, I have.
Press.
Oh, a test press pie.
Look at that.
Kind of cool. I know these.
No collection is complete until you have a test pressing from the UK.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I guess that my collection's not complete. Yeah. So on the pie, I don't even remember where the hell mine's at.
I've got one here, Jason. I've got the.
So does someone have the black vinyl? Or just I have the red.
Yeah.
Let's show the red.
I have the red also. Yeah.
All right. So what's interesting about these, that has that really pink saw blade there. And then of course there was a whole series of, the pie red vinyl, from 77. What's interesting about it is aren't all the other reds that came out had the Love Gun label, but there's not a Rock and Roll Over with a Love Gun label. Is that correct?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's correct.
Mine doesn't have one either.
Yeah. I have that too as well. So no one has the black vinyl version of it?
I don't.
Black pie? I don't think I do either. Black pie. So that's all it for UK and England. All right. Who has Venezuela?
I do. I have 4 of them.
You have 4 Venezuelas?
Yeah.
Well, there's only 3, so.
Well, I got news for you.
You got a 4th?
Unless I have a double in here.
That's what I was going to say. If you have a duplicate, I want it. Don't give it to 5. He has everything.
I don't know.
I love you, 5, but
this might be. Yeah, I don't know. They all look different. So let's.
He has a variant. John, while he's doing that, what do you have?
This is the label I have, Venezuela.
Okay, so it's a camel.
That is the one that I have.
English or Spanish titles, John?
English.
So there's a Spanish version of that. Has Spanish titles on it.
I have the English titles here.
Okay, so that's the one John just showed.
English titles as well.
There should be a Spanish. There should also be a blue label.
I have that.
Okay. So we got to figure out what your 4 copies are.
Yeah, and then I have so I have the blue. Hold on, let me get to it.
We're holding. Stand by.
So here's the blue.
Oh, cool.
John, do you have any other Venezuela?
No, just that one.
Okay, so there's that. It looks to be the same cover, back cover as the previous.
Yep.
But there's the blue label there. Let me take that out. So
whoa! What is it? Rock. So it's rock and roll over, and then what is rock and roll over?
Yeah, I don't know what otra vez.
Otra vez.
I don't know what that is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Weird. Also, like the little. You see that inscription down at the bottom that almost kind of like goes away.
Yeah.
Is it Velvet de Venezuela?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's interesting.
So there's that one.
So you should have one that has Spanish title.
I do.
Okay. And then what's your 4th one? That's what we all want to know.
We'll see. That'll be the big finish because that's all I have. Then I'm out of the alphabet.
Yeah, me too. Well, actually, we skipped Netherlands. I had the picture disc. I didn't show. Huh?
Well, I was going by regular vinyl, and then the picture discs were at the end. We'll definitely show that though.
Okay.
So here's obviously this one's much brighter and different.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Got the bright yellow.
Gotta find some of those, John.
I know, man.
That's so cool looking.
With the pink, and then here's the label on that guy.
Oh yeah, totally different.
Yeah, the double KISS logo, kind of interesting.
So does that have Spanish titles on it? Can barely make it out.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. So what's your 4th one?
Let's see. The world wants to know which record did I mislabel in my collection? You know what? I think it's again the camel with the English titles. I have 2 of those. It looks like. Excellent.
I would like to get one of those from you.
Good news, it's on sale for $8,000. That's the first one that you showed too, right, John?
Yeah.
So I have 2 of those.
Yeah.
It looks like let's see. Let's compare layout there. I mean.
John wants to compare layout.
Sorry, Jason. I was just.
Jason, you want to put him back?
No,
up?
it's the same. It just looked a little more yellow. I think that's it.
Oh yeah. That could be camera too.
Yeah, I think it's the same. It's the same. I thought
although Joe's does look like it has a more vibrant coloring to it.
Yeah. Cool.
Crisis averted. They're the same.
Yeah. Sorry. There you go, Jace.
Okay.
All right. So that's it. That's what I have.
John, do you have the European Union 2014?
Not the Euro. No,
not the Euro. I just have the German. I didn't buy any of the back to black Euros at all. I didn't buy any of them.
I didn't. No, I didn't either.
But it's interesting because I believe they have different mastering. They have different size runout grooves on them.
Yes, they do. I
now
do
they're
have
all
a
out
couple.
of print. So
yeah, and they don't sound as good as the U.S.
They don't sound as good as the U.S. But I should have bought that whole series though when they were all available for regular price. That was ridiculous. Netherlands picture disc, Dutch KISS Army picture disc. Mine is on my record player back there.
Mine's number 1109.
1109.
Yeah, I have
a numbered copy.
I have a whole set of those. Yep.
I have a whole set of those too. I love them.
That one in Dynasty seems to be very collectible.
Yep. What are you laughing about, Joe?
I thought John was making a dynasty joke.
Oh.
Back to the A, swapping the A and the O.
Do you have any of those counterfeit picture discs, John? Anything you collect?
I do. I didn't pull it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I had the Venezuelan. No, the Argentina, the cover, the blood splatter.
Yeah,
one.
I've got that somewhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a few counterfeits floating around of the Argentina blood splatter, and then I think there's a 10-inch picture disc, and then there's that one that's supposedly actually no, it's this. It looks like it's Japanese, but it's green.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about? All the coloring is green in it.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Joe. And I think, John, you have this too. Which one of you is going to show the Burns media?
Oh, I don't have it.
Okay,
That's
Joe does.
I do. Yeah, I'd have to run and grab it.
It's not right behind you?
No, it's upstairs.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
What's it doing upstairs?
So I just have U.S. KISS down here. I have all my foreign KISS in a separate bin upstairs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Well, that's a damn shame we couldn't show the rarest fucking record of all time.
That's a cool one.
Damn.
Go get it.
We'll wait.
Why didn't you pull it in the first place? Yeah, I couldn't remember, John. For some reason I had it in my head that you had you'd found a Burns media, but I guess
no.
not.
Those are the two, man. Best of KISS, Burns media. I still don't have.
It's a tough one.
And I still don't have a Dynasty cover.
Straight jacket.
Straight jacket.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
still some to add. Well, that's to look forward to. So I'll find them eventually.
Okay. All right.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that I may be coming into one. I'm not 100% on it, but
okay.
We could talk about my other copy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
It's not Rock and Roll Over, but it's Rock and Roll Over related. Burns Media.
Yeah.
It's an interview show from '76, and quite possibly, what do we say, in the top 5 rarest KISS records, KISS-related records?
Yeah, I think it might have been in top 3. I think when we talked about it, I think John, you kind of fought for it, right?
Yeah.
It's tough.
You don't ever see it come up. That's for sure.
That's right. Rock and Roll Over with KISS.
That's it. Yeah, super, super tough.
Super tough to find. Folks,
what's that?
We did what we could on Rock and Roll Over. That's quite a deep dive.
It is. I mean,
yeah. He's still showing.
That looks fake to me.
Yeah. What if he drops it and it shatters?
If that's the case, John, I'll just sell it to you.
I think you should anyway.
Just stick it inside that fake Brazil box and send it on.
Yeah.
I might be in the mood lately to talk about selling some of this stuff. So.
Yeah, dude, you've said that for years.
Yeah, but
whatever.
Other interests. I mean, the thing that's tough now, what we were talking about was, trying to now go and sell like a lot of these quote unquote more common things, like a UK pie.
Yeah,
it might sit on your Discogs forever or your eBay forever, because there's a bunch out there, and it just, you know what I mean? So even if you wanted to liquidate, it might be tough. It might all sit up there for a long time,
Yeah, for sure.
It might garner some attention if you put it up with this and the Australian double platinum, and Best of KISS and all that. Obviously people would be interested, but I just, it'd be interesting to see if you put it all up in one batch, not to buy all, but if you posted it all up at one time,
right?
Would people be interested or not?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
excellent.
$9,000, John. It can be yours. Honestly, what do we think the cost of that record is? What's the real retail value? Is it
Burns?
3, 4?
Well,
somewhere in there, maybe even 5.
I would say for sure close to that. Hold on a second.
Because Best of KISS is easily we see that guy come out of the woodwork every now and again and put it up for $8,000, 8-ish, which is basically, I don't really want to sell it, but if you want to buy it for 8, I'll sell it kind of price.
Right. Right.
You know, you see them for 6 and change. Kind of seems to be the resting value on that one. I haven't. When's the last Burns Media that sold, Jason?
January 10th, 2020. $2,500.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would easily think, given the market, would it be 3,500, $3,000, 3,500, maybe even coming to 4?
Yeah, depending on condition, and yours is really clean.
In 2019, somebody got a steal. Probably somebody put it up for a buy it now and didn't realize what it was worth. Someone got it for $500.
Wow. I mean, I got my Australian white for $400.
There you go.
You know.
And then 2018, one sold for $1,375. And those are the only 3 that Pop Psych has any record of.
I wonder if that's when I got mine. I wonder if that was that $1,300 one. That sounds about right to me. About what I paid for mine.
What year was that?
It's 2018.
18. You've had it that, because I remember when you showed it to me, I was like, whoa, you had gotten it. God, has it been that long?
I think it may.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. You know, I mean, it's been
because I know I bought it after, you know, the show came up and you guys started showing super rare stuff and talking about rare stuff that, you know, not a lot of people knew about, sort of outside of the KISS community, you know?
Right.
And yeah, so I probably, that might have been mine. I think that sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in December, you know, the Kiss My Wax podcast, it'd be 9 years since it first came on.
Really?
9 years.
14 episodes. It's awesome.
I think it were like 150, 135, 140 episodes or something like that.
Yeah.
Somewhere, probably 130 episodes or something. But yeah, 9 years. What's that average? That's two shows.
2 shows a year.
2 shows a year. Pathetic.
How many shows did you say how many have been done?
I think about 130.
In 9 years?
Yeah. In 9 years.
Yeah, so it's more than that then.
Oh, we know.
I know. I'm just being. You said 18 originally.
You're right. 6.
Right, 2 a year. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it has definitely peaked in how many times it comes out a year, and it has definitely
right.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the first year it was way up,
right,
and then, you know, it went down to nothing, and then when we went to the collectibles route, it went way back up,
right,
and then the last 2 years it's just been shit.
That is a huge selling point, Jason.
And I blame it on you, Joe.
Good.
All right. Well, that's our deep dive into Rock and Roll Over, folks. And you know, if you clicked on this on my Facebook share in Wax or Collectibles or anything like that, post the stuff that we're missing down below. There's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of stuff we're missing.
And we admit it.
Yep, we admit it.
Tough to
Didn't get everything.
For sure, yeah.
That's right. I hope you at least enjoyed our banter about it. And I don't know, maybe
if you stuck with us to the end.
Yeah, we're babbling here at the end.
Come for the record, stay for the talking.
That's right. I don't know. Maybe we'll do this again with something y'all have a lot of, creatures or something like that. So,
right,
Jason, I have a lot of Rock and Roll Over. I have a shit ton of it over here, but
I know. I'm saying maybe we'll do it again with another one that you have a lot of.
Right.
Then you say you have a bunch of
Beatles, maybe.
Yeah, Beatles is Kiss My Wax. Beatles.
Yeah, let's tour my record store next, and I'll name off every title in the store. I bet I can do that in less than 2 hours and 43 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours and 43 minutes. We talked about 16 records. How did that happen? I don't get it.
The Beatles, the Bangles, the B-52s.
All right, guys. If that's it, we'll see you on the next one.